Hey world, how you doing out there?
Yo!
We're just doing this. We had some technical difficulties, but
Wow.
we're moving. We're moving.
You know what? The notification bell didn't go off. So we're gonna
Stupid ass
we're
bell.
gonna have to do it manually.
Stupid ass bell.
But yeah, honestly,
We got to write to YouTube about this.
YouTube blew it. We gotta write to YouTube.
I don't
about
know.
This.
We keep telling people to ding the bell, and now it's just not working.
Is it because we were cussing, swearing on our last thing?
If you're watching right now and your friends aren't in the chat right now because they didn't get the bell, let them know that we're on live right now.
Yeah.
So we're coming up hot.
Shoot the text out. Shoot the group text out.
Yeah. Well, if you don't already, be sure to subscribe to us and hit the bell icon.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
if you're in Boston, you'll get notified. If you're in Boston, you'll get notification every time we go live.
Yeah, no, as always, our spiel, every episode, it is our prayer, it is our mantra, it is our daily thing that we say.
That's what we need.
Sometimes we say it 3 times a day. But, yeah, go to Instagram, follow us. Go to Facebook, like us. Go to iTunes, give us a 5-star rating, give us a review, and go to our YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Hopefully it works like it did for Hoagie. It did not work for us. So I hope that's just a temporary
Yeah, a couple of people
issue.
are saying no bell for them.
Yeah. So,
Whatever. It works 2 times out of 3.
2 out of 3 today.
2 out of 3 ain't
That's
bad.
not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think Meatloaf said
For a
that.
couple of guys.
Yeah.
What, really?
Yeah, Meatloaf?
In a song?
Yeah, it's a song. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I think he's got a point.
Let's kick it off with our WTF.
Yes.
We have
WTF of the week.
We have Noah Newber coming in hot with the WTF. I forget what this is. Oh, yeah. This doesn't make any sense.
Oh, what?
Did you catch that?
Oh, what? That was like negative
Topside.
citric
No, but it
acid,
wasn't
but
negative. It
not
was
negative.
topside.
It was
Yeah,
topside.
which
yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
On a
wow.
ledge, so you know it's topside.
Oh.
Oh.
What do you call that?
Oh, that's hot.
Oh, that's really hot.
We didn't get any of those yet.
That's really
these past
hot.
few shows. Oh, that's real hot, Noah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's really hot.
Oh,
So shout out to Noah Newber for the WTF of the
yeah,
week.
shout out. That was awesome.
There's also one, I should have mentioned this before, this Blade Jam contest. If you're in the Sheffield area, there's a contest Saturday, or Blade Jam Saturday,
Where's-
July 20th.
Where's Sheffield?
Somewhere in the UK, I think.
Oh, it's in the UK?
Yeah. So, £1,000 prize fund, pro-com, am-com. There's a barbecue, DJ, 12 p.m. to 7 p.m., 7 to enter. And, check it out if you're in the area July 20th.
Oh, damn.
The House Skate Park is what it is.
$1,000 in the prize pool?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's a lot of money. That's almost Winter Clash status.
That's money.
That is money.
If I was in France, I'd fly over for that.
Get some ducats going.
You know what I mean? Ooh.
So if you're there July 20th,
Some
check it
ducats?
out at the House Skate Park in Sheffield.
Ducats.
Be there. Some ducats. Why? Haven't heard ducats in a
I
while?
haven't called dollar bills, money, ducats in like forever. That's awesome.
I probably haven't either.
That's some true New York stuff.
Well, now you all know.
No, I don't know.
Now you know it's ducats.
Yeah.
You go to the store, give them a few ducats.
All right.
Yeah, let's just go right into it.
Jump right into it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, without further ado, we'd like to welcome our
I guess for this evening.
guest this evening,
Kurt Newman.
Kurt Newman, OG.
The houses, you have an amazing location here.
Oh,
Thank you.
You know what's funny? Like, welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
But you know what's funny? You know how we always have like the post production music.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta do like some Outcast or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it's got to be something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some dirty.
Yeah.
Do like a Quimini or like, Italians.
8 aliens. That's what we bumped on the way here.
Those are reminiscent of my experience in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Those, yeah.
Outcast was
Specifically in
popping
Kevin
back then.
Dowling's car.
Oh, there we go.
Pathfinder.
This is the second time Kevin Dowling's car has been mentioned on the podcast.
I think this was the Civ. I think it was like the car after, which was like a goldish Civic, I think, or something like that.
This is the second time Kevin Dowling's
Not a
car has been
Civic,
mentioned on the
but
podcast. His car's more popular
it was
than himself.
after the Pathfinder, though.
Okay.
It was the car after. Whatever.
Pathfinder was the classic one. No one knows
Classic.
about that
Yeah,
one.
no.
No one knows about it.
Not-
It
couple.
Not the red Pathfinder. I know about that one.
There
but-
you go.
was off the grid.
Yeah.
I hope you don't have that car still.
Anyway, shout out Kevin Down.
Somebody does.
Someone.
What up, homie?
So, Kurt, what is up, man? What's going on?
Oh, man, dude. Just happy to be here for one.
It's good to see you back on the scene, too.
Man, it's good to be back on the scene. Like really, it was middle age crisis stuff, skating wise. Like came back to me immediately, like around 33, 34. I was like, how did I go that long?
And then you put them on, and you're just like, wow, what was I doing?
Instantly, yeah.
And you're still fucking killing it. Like, you skated really good today. And I'm not going to say I was surprised, but I was impressed with, like, that you still got it.
The guy that wins and skate over here is telling me, good job.
The guy that won the big game of skate.
Yeah.
You're the one who set the bomb off, though.
This is true.
That's true.
We had a good session today.
So let's. I think before we go too far ahead, for those of the people that don't know you, because like you said, you took 10 years off. In that time, a lot of people started skating, and some might not be familiar with you. So let's talk about where you're from.
Yeah.
What got you into skating? How long you were originally involved in it? Like, so you're from Atlanta. And when did you start? When did you start skating? And like, who were the people you were skating with? Let's talk a bit about some of that.
So, like, as far as who I am back in the day,
Well, let's just touch into be like,
who I am back.
Let's get some people caught up to speed.
Yeah.
2001 Kurt Newman.
Fair.
I know. I know you.
Fair.
I want everyone to know you.
Yeah. So I originally started skating when I'm 35 years old. When I was 7. I put on skates, did hockey skating, did everything you could do on skates. And then probably around like the age of 13. So like, early, mid 90s, learned to skate. Skating rinks, all that stuff. In Atlanta, we had a really strong crew before anybody knew about us. So like people like Walt Austin, Gary Caraway, if you know that name, you know your stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mike McMullen, Kevin Dowling, the list just goes on. There's so many people.
There's so many good people.
And like watching.
Shout out all ATL.
Yeah. ATL always held it down.
Like Racer Twins, for instance.
Oh yeah.
When we were like getting in the prime, where ASA 99, 2000 was getting big, these kids were there just kind of joining. Julian, 10 years old.
Oh yeah.
He was part of that.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Like no one knew of us either, which was kind of cool. So in 2002-ish, 2003, Skate Pile, if you know that company, if you know physics, thank you, Walt Austin, for hooking me up with USD. If you know any of those companies, if you know Tom Heiser, he was a big part of my skating career. Andy Cruz.
You had a bunch of stuff in VG.
Dave Payne was a really big supporter of me, which was really cool. I was very blessed to be able to hang out with him, and he'd be like, yo, let's go skate, dude. I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, but I'm also a fan at heart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to hang out with this kid. We were like 15, 16.
16, probably. 15, around there. Yeah.
Like, I'm a fan of, like, my own friends and, like, my own homies.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, to anybody that doesn't know me, know the people out there that started this thing. That's where I was at, hanging out there. Yeah, down in Atlanta, ATL.
So when did you first like fall in love with it? When you were like 7, or just when you had the crew? Because I think those times back then were pretty special, with like just that 13, that 14. Era specifically.
Like that would be where I was like more excited about it. Like me and Kevin, Walt, being wild, hanging out, like barely able to drive, not even able to drive, type stuff. Walt was a little older, so he could drive. But yeah, before 15, I was really. Like, I love this.
Yeah.
This is
you got
my
that
favorite
feeling, right?
thing in the world. Yeah, for sure.
Walt was like one of the closest dudes you skated with?
Walt was by far.
Oh, shit.
Well, I mean, like, we were such a big crew of people that it's hard to say who was the closest person you skated with. Right. There's like 300 people around you almost at one point.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a few of them, like Will Gordon, Tim Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Damn.
Dre Powell.
Where's Will Gordon at?
Yeah, man.
You give it up to them or no?
Golfing away, I think.
Damn.
I don't know.
I think he's on the golf course.
Is he?
Good.
Yeah, I think so.
He makes some good money doing that.
I mean,
yeah.
But Walt
he's tall.
Was a good
shot. Yeah, he's dunking. He should be playing ball.
Any AT-alien and anyone from New York or anywhere who skated with a few handed people like Shima. There's certain people that have a thing that is just incredible. So he was definitely somebody I skated with a lot. But we were such a large scene.
Yeah, ATL held down heavy. All the VGs, all the videos coming out, I guess, because Doug Urquhart was making all the videos back then, too. I remember Intro was one of my favorite videos back then.
Oh, man, yes.
I love that video.
And then Misled Media kind of ended with us. And, everybody, Jamie Olmstead, oh, my God. Like, Matt Higgins, all these names, these were people who were part of something huge. And like, all of them played a vital role in their own ways, which was really cool.
Yeah. And J-Ro was down there, too.
J-Ro.
How you going to forget J-Ro?
J-Ro, I'm so sorry right now because, dude, I've seen you take some of this. He took actually the best photo of my entire career, which is in
which one?
The first page when you open it up. I think it's in like a, I don't know, B-Mag, like 13, 10. I don't know the numbers. 2006-ish, though.
Yeah.
I jumped over this gap. This will show you how I skate. If you have something you're gonna do, and I'm ready to do the same thing, I'm gonna ask you like, yo, what's up, man? Like I'm gonna do that too. Mm-hmm. And then you'd be like, either rock, paper, scissors, or no, you're going to do it better than me. All right, you got this.
Yeah.
It was one of those gaps.
Oh, that's cool.
So a lot of people wouldn't do, and like you jump, you have to clear your head, go over a huge set. J-Ro, badass photo.
Every photo was a badass photo with J-Ro.
God, he was so good, dude.
Yeah, he was special
James
talent.
Reetzky, amazing guy.
Yeah.
James
Reetzky.
That man, dude.
Oh, James is the man, dude. I saw James just recently because... well, we actually met the app Strava, like the cycling app.
Oh, Strava, yeah.
Yeah, so we both had Strava and we started following each other.
Did you?
Yeah, and like I saw he was doing like badass rides like every day, and I was like, what?
Crushing it.
And then like so we were just like liking each other's like rides and stuff.
What
like
a
that.
random thing to like get back in touch with somebody with.
Yeah, and then I saw him at an event. I literally don't remember the event, but I might have been. Well, whatever. I just saw him at an event, and he was just like the coolest dude.
Yeah,
I think it was like Blading Cup
real
or something
humble.
I don't think I ever met him.
Who are we talking
He's
about?
great, dude.
Jamal.
Oh, Jamel.
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 Guy.
Yeah.
Dude, like now we're going back to our boy Kenny
Superheroes
as well,
of the
but
Underworld.
Superheroes of the Underworld.
Yep.
Garrett Rush, man. That. By the way, I heard you guys give him a shout out on here. Mm-hmm. Coolest thing ever, man. If you know Garrett Rush or anybody that's from Atlanta or anywhere, yeah, good dude. Super good dude.
We're gonna have a guy.
We got a drink delivery.
Yeah, we got a delivery real quick.
Damn, he's a little wet.
This is the evening show.
Yes.
It
is the evening show.
Yeah,
the
morning
one
show
was
we had
coffee and tea.
Yeah.
And now it's
you guys are on like number 3 right now, or 2. Is it
three.
like
Third.
Three?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you skated.
You
today
walked
for
in on
2
the
or 3
second.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to get that session in.
Yeah,
that was fun.
We needed that. We needed that.
Yeah,
But-
all work and no play, as they say.
Yeah.
But that's
Busy-
why I love
busy
you
day.
guys, man. Y'all are like family, man. I haven't seen this guy in forever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
me and you, Austin and I never got a chance to hang out as much.
Yeah.
Obviously. But
Yeah.
like I watch you skate, obviously.
Yeah,
like,
same.
you know what I'm saying?
Likewise,
Yeah, like-
likewise, same thing.
So I could
Yeah.
bring you and the viewers up to speed.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 16, Kurt Newman, Weston Aldridge, and Mike Turner came up to stay
In a white Jeep.
in a white Jeep. Came up
Everybody
to
was
stay
like,
with me in Staten Island.
At 16.
At 16.
Damn.
So they
That might have been before I started skating with you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
they crashed at my folks' house, my mom's house,
Yeah.
and
For like a week? Almost.
yeah, about a week,
Yeah.
a bit,
Oh,
bit,
shit,
bit
damn.
more.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were just like skate around the city. Like they were, I think you guys were like 16 or 15 or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. And
This is like the beginning of everything. Too,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Like and when we were 16, that was like around the time that it was like, just a bit after like Live from New York. So we were all starting to be in Daily Bread and things like that, and like start to like make these connections city to city.
That's what
and
it was.
we were like, oh,
yeah.
these are the guys that are like being in magazines and videos down there. Like, and we're like, oh, okay,
And we're like,
cool. Like, hey, yeah,
fans
you want
of
to
each
come
other.
to New York?
Yeah,
come up
yeah,
and
definitely.
skate. And like, so they came up and skate. And because it's funny, we can get into this later, but we're not going to get into it. We might get into it later. But because at the time in New York, it was like, we were 16, so it must have been like 2000 or 99, something like that. Yeah, like 2000.
That early?
Yeah, it was like
Man.
99 or 2000. And we were all like trying to be little hard asses because like rap and all this stuff was like super big, and it was like really prominent.
Plus, he was proud of where he was from.
In
too.
yeah,
Let's be real.
Staten Island Wu Tang,
Staten Island,
because
walking
we're
from
like
bagel
Staten
shop,
Island Wu Tang, like
Yeah.
we got the bagel shop on
Yeah.
the corner, like,
Yeah.
but
Youngsters.
yeah, but we were all like, because it was just like in the rollerblading scene, like we're all like super like hip hop charged, and that era of music,
Especially
like
that time.
low.
like
time
it was like the battle times, and which we're gonna get into too. But yeah, basically like so in the midst of all of this energy, where they came from Atlanta, I think it was either you or Wes's. These guys fought each other.
It was some
Like,
other,
what?
but maybe, but
yeah,
it was
but I think it was your first fight or was Wes's first
Somebody's.
fight. It was, or it might have been both of
Both,
their
maybe.
first fight.
You guys both
But it
fought
was like-
someone
but
else,
like,
or
no,
you
they-
fought
they
each other.
fought-
like it's going
each
down.
other.
But
Why?
It was like we were young.
Are you boys?
immature? Yeah, we're boys. That's my friend. That's my homie. Wes, I ain't seen you forever, but you're my homie to the day we die.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, it was silly. We were like walking to a bagel shop or pizza shop or something, right?
Yeah, well, you guys were just like busting
you
each
fight
other's
over a
chops,
bagel?
busting
Yeah.
each other's chops, and you know when you like
And
That's
we were
my
on our
bacon,
way-
egg, and
we got,
cheese.
like,
No, it's my
leftovers
bacon,
Well,
and
when you're a
everything.
teenager, you also don't let things roll off you like as easily. Like everything is so much more sensitive.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
It's like, what? Don't say that to me. Don't say that
You
to
gotta
me.
be a tough guy back then.
Yeah,
We
like
had like 100 people there. It felt
like nowadays,
at
you-
least 50.
like nowadays, you can come up to me and be like, "Dude, you're a bitch." I'll be like, "Yeah, whatever. You're right. I'll see you later."
Yeah,
Like,
of
do you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
give. I don't give a
Doesn't
damn
mean
what you.
anything.
I don't care what you say. Like,
He did drive us up there though, so like
Right,
with
no,
all
so
that
you-
said, yes, he did.
right? he drove you up. But
He
you guys.
drove me back too.
Yeah, but you guys are in the car going up. You know, there's probably that like tension as well.
It was a long drive.
So what, you guys had a fist fight at the bagel store?
No, it was
Before
actually
Tonville High School.
at the
Oh,
school.
at high school?
We
At
skated
Tonville
there.
High School, my high school.
Damn.
Yeah, your high school wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's my high school. Yeah.
Dustin killed those ledges, by the way.
Yeah.
Those big ass
killed that.
ledges.
Yeah, he crushed those. It was just like young kids. I think what it was is that like we were talking about before when like you skate. Look at the earlier stages of skating and how people would push each other to skate hard and be like, "Go over there, dude!
Yeah,
Just freaking do
Yeah.
it!" And like maybe skateboarding was a little bit more aggressive, fighting against it. We were in a crazy time. Just think of the '90s alternative music. Like play some Smashing Pumpkins for a bit, or like some like grunge, or like some Offspring.
The
Yeah.
Offspring.
The Offspring.
Like
The.
you know, like an Offspring, yeah, or whatever. Green Day,
the Offspring.
Green Day.
I think it's
the
just Green
Dookie track, you know. But we were in a very alternative,
Right.
aggressive time at that point of our lives. So you took things, you would take them more personal, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
The-
Yeah, that's
That's angry youth.
that's
That's what it was. The angry youth.
Yeah, no.
Remember
Misled
that-
media.
Remember that? The angry
afterward.
youth.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
we were aggressive bladers.
Yeah. It was all.
Oh wait a minute, hold on. He's leaving out some shit. Hold on.
What?
Remember the
Aggressive
diner?
roaders. No, what happened?
We ditched the diner.
Oh, by
Okay.
Tal's place.
And we got pulled over.
Yeah, we dined and dished
And
by
Stan-
Tal
Dog,
Shayons
dog,
in
my
Short Hills,
my
New
homie was
Jersey.
about to work for free for a year because this is where he lives.
Wow.
Wait,
You don't remember? You just
I do remember
that,
that.
right?
I do remember
I forgot
that.
totally about
Wait,
that.
he had to work there for a year?
Dude, no.
Wait, what are you
Basically,
talking about?
we just pulled up, like, but haven't been there for a day, I don't think yet.
Yeah.
It was the very first night we were there. We drove like 18 hours to get there.
Mm.
Just imagine, like, it's a bunch of kids in a diner.
Yeah.
How expensive was that? It was probably a couple $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we're in New York, man. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's just how we get down. And then, like, of course, we're with Billy. He was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
We're just 16 years
No
old.
one gave a shit back then. Yeah.
No one gave a shit.
Yeah.
Well, apparently a couple people did because somebody called the police.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they found us.
Yeah.
And that's how rare having a car was down here.
Yeah. No, because this is Short Hills, New Jersey,
Up
though.
here.
This
Oh,
is
it's
Short
in
Hills.
Short Hills.
Short
Yeah.
Hills, New Jersey's like
That's the rich area.
it's the rich area, and they know all the route. So
Yeah.
right when we
I don't
left,
know.
they just called we walked out of the
They
diner
found
like
us
trying to be
quick.
slick. If we would have done that
How
out
did
here,
we get out of that?
if we would have done that out here, we would have got away with it. No, the cops were
We
like,
just, like,
cops were like,
speech.
go back and pay.
And we went back and
We
paid.
went back and paid,
There you go.
and that was it.
Yeah.
And then that was also the walk of shame.
Oh,
You know what I
going
mean?
back in
Oh,
there.
going back
That's
in.
what I'm saying. Like,
I
you
stayed
work
in the
for a
car.
week.
I let
Yeah.
someone else face the music.
I'm from here, man, dude. Like, y'all
Yeah.
go pay for this
I was like,
shit.
you guys go
I'll throw
pay.
you a 10. Here.
You guys don't do that at the Waffle House, yo?
I'm in
Down
too many
south?
Waffle Houses.
Yeah. But okay, but now we're kind of getting into like this like
There you go.
nostalgia,
Nostalgia,
like
yeah.
stories, you know, fights and fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
But let's stick on track with the blading for a moment.
What's up?
Okay, so you're immersed in blading. You're going on. You have sponsors. You're doing your thing. Skating with Walt, Kevin, you know, all the boys down there. And then what? What happens? Also,
Well, we put out Emanon.
Also-
Had a section in that.
okay, you had a
Yeah.
section at Emanon. No, but quick. During the time he was blading, I'm gonna say this real quick. This guy, I was down in Atlanta when I was 18, and if this ain't no BS. And like, if you've seen the movie 8 Mile when they're battle
Oh.
rapping,
Which was this
Dude.
was before that, by the way.
before the movie
Put
8
that
Mile,
out there.
but just like for reference, like
Yeah.
what was it?
Yeah.
He was in these like basically like all black hip hop clubs, battle rapping dudes, like with like an audience of like 100, couple hundred people, like and he's just up there and they're just like pretty much like, you know, obviously like straight up 8 Mile stuff, like white boy
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
like, you know, what are you doing rapping kind of
Never
things.
dropped the N word.
in the rap.
No,
never
well,
once.
Good. That's a good thing.
It's a standard.
It's a good standard to
Yes.
keep. But
Just rhyme better.
yeah, well there you go, you know. But this guy, I swear,
Held his own?
I swear, when he was blading and like when he was 18, like and doing this and being in the magazines and doing the sections, he was also out there battle rapping and like these like clubs, like he's like one of like maybe not many white people, and they're just like coming at him, and this guy I just think you gotta have like.
Were you in the crowd like? Hey!
I was there. I was in the.
Yeah.
I was in the crowd, and I think this guy had
times.
balls like this big. Like, do you know what I mean? It was crazy. So
Yeah, it was good times, man. I mean, yeah.
Do you want to like talk about that a little bit? What was that like?
All right, so I'm gonna give you 2 seconds of like what I really would love to tell you guys about music for me.
Okay.
So like, if you like anything in life that's art related or basketball, sports related, or anything that just makes you feel good when you do it, keep doing it. First off.
Okay.
If it hurts to skate, you can't skate. Do something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Make some really good music.
You need an outlet.
Write stuff. Yeah, record it. The action of recording it. Then like just like you guys do, edit it. You know, and like make it look sharp. Listen to it back, and then get competitive, dude. You know, and then also the challenge of overcoming your fears. I think that's probably what, as like all of us are really bad at, is like going against our fears.
Yeah, of course.
So like, yeah, being an only white guy most of the time, and then like having the girls like, who's this? It's not him, and then they're like, it is him, and then like you start seeing a trend happen with the guys that they came with. Like, we're a fan.
Oh shit!
And
really?
I would subliminally rap how your girlfriend is my biggest fan, and like it's ego, and then like. Yeah, it was really cool. I could do that in a wheelchair, right? I couldn't skate in a wheelchair.
Yeah, of course.
Broken many bones. I got metal in my body, so
Yep.
that
That
was
not
really
not as physically demanding. So that was like
Yeah.
another passion,
do it
along with
anytime you
blading that you
want
were
to.
chasing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there was a point which you're referring to. What it was like, both of those were equally kind of like creeping up
At the same point.
at the same point,
Yeah.
which was cool. But then I recognized the ability to grow in life without leaning on your body.
Yeah. So like
Kinda
blading
saw
was
it
like
early.
blading was like your first love.
Yeah,
In terms
big
of something,
time.
right, that you got into, and then
Yeah.
like in the midst of it, you had this other passion, but it started to get bigger than the other than
Big
blading.
time, big time. Like, you know, making good money from it, getting places to call me to come back.
Yeah.
You know, not just battle rapping, like actual like shows.
Yeah, shows. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, one time I did something at a place with 1,000 people, and I was like, wow, this is cool. A couple of you know, moments were like, this is just like rollerblading, dude. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Just the same like kind of
Yeah.
community, right?
Yeah.
So you transitioned out of
Yeah.
skating to music, or you did them
It was a mixture.
simultaneously?
With a beautiful woman, you can do anything. No, but all jokes
I
aside.
agree.
Yeah, but like I have a really wonderful wife named Jessica, and like what we did growing up was we learned together. So like she was
You've known her forever,
She
like,
was a fan
long
like
ago.
of my music, right? Like you know, fan of my skating. When you want to spend more time with somebody, skating is hard to do. It's really hard to do.
Yeah.
Travel the country and travel around with a bunch of dudes. And
Yeah,
see
when
how-
you're touring and all that shit.
yeah, and you're in your like mid, 23, let's say 24
Yeah.
years old. You're not gonna have a very good time with like a relationship like that. Music, come on, we're going to the club. There's a show. They're gonna show
That's
up.
true,
And
yeah.
they're gonna listen and sing songs. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
she was also a big part of my life as far as what I want to do next. Right? Yeah. So there's more than that, but yo, drop a track. I'll show you what I mean.
Oh shit, we ready to go right
Oh.
now?
Yeah. So
Well,
no, we're gonna do it, but
You-
but I just want to give the intro.
Spawned it up.
Real quick, we were talking about before this show, like, because Kurt has this history of rapping, that we're like, hey, you down to do a freestyle on the and
Oh yeah, yeah.
and he's down. So right now,
For sure.
by the way, before we get into it, because we're gonna drop it in just 1 second.
Go for it.
Did you have a rap name?
Yes. Yeah,
What
yeah.
was it?
So it's funny. I went by Anonymous.
Anonymous?
I went into a club that didn't have a rap name. I said Kurt Newman. They're like, that's not a rap name. I came back. I said Nonchalant. They're like, there's a girl named Nonchalant. I was like, okay.
So you had to make it up on the
I
spot?
sat down.
That's
at a
ill
booth.
though that you went in by the way and you like Kurt Newman. That's
up.
badass.
Straight up.
Like,
And I was-
they're
I
like,
was-
that's not a rap name.
That's
Like,
so
I was-
white boy
I was
of
not
you.
old enough to drink,
That's
and
so
I was
white
in
boy
a
of
place
you.
that people were drinking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like 18, and guy goes,
That's sick.
"Not
You're
a rap
18 and
name."
going out there. That's
And I
sick.
come directly back to like seconds, and when I said the nonchalant thing, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go sit over here and like think for
about
a
it.
moment
Yeah.
before I do anything.
And it's not, but it's before I think Google on the phone.
Oh, that
so you
is-
can't be
yeah.
like
you couldn't do
No.
that.
Google. Is there
None of
is there a
that, no.
nonchalant? Like
This is
like,
me with-
make it up, go out there.
This is me with like a few supporters and
Yeah.
like a really good friend, like
Right.
homie, like next to me, like no, let's
Yeah.
figure something out. And I'm
you,
like,
you got your talent and your balls, and that's it.
right. So I'm looking around everywhere, and I see all these cliques of people, and they're just vibing with one another. I can tell they've been doing that for a long time at the same spot. Like no one in here knows me. Not one person.
You went by yourself, like not even like your
Like
homies and shit?
I didn't come in there 30, 40 deep like
yeah,
I used to.
no posse, no
I've
squad.
done a lot of stuff with music. No, I was just me, really another really good couple people. That's it. And then I said, I'm going to go by Anonymous because nobody knows who I am. So they called me MC Anonymous for a really long time when I did the battle thing. And then I went by Anon after that. I was like,
shit.
And if you were like really you knew about me, I would be like Anon.
Yeah.
And this kid made a Reverb Nation page, so go check it out.
Sick.
My homie just made a page, didn't even know about it. So if you go on reverbnation.com/Anon's World. Yeah, ANONS World.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Look it up. It's got thousands of plays. There's songs I've done for TV, movies.
Really?
I play keys.
All right. And he's gonna show us what he means
So like,
right now.
you know, yeah.
I just want to give you a proper introduction. So
I appreciate that.
yeah, Anonymous, Anon.
Anon.
Right now he's gonna drop a freestyle.
Give me a
This-
topic
but-
so people believe it's freestyle. Though.
Okay, how about this? First of all, this is the first time this happened on the show.
I know. I'm like, you kind of threw me off.
This-
when you asked
I don't even know what.
No,
I don't even
it's-
know what beat we're gonna play. I'm just YouTubing it right now.
Yo, we're all about
YouTube it up.
doing things on the fly and having fun. That's what Jump Street's about.
Improv, baby.
Improv.
I like
right?
this. I like
This
this.
is on the fly. So a topic. I don't know. I mean, you
It's
could,
fun when you say.
you want me to give you a topic?
It don't matter.
I give you a
Whatever.
topic.
Give me a good beat. and
What
a topic.
what about what happened today?
Okay.
Okay.
About
I'll give-
his bike,
There you
getting
go.
pizza,
Okay.
hanging with
How
the
a
about
lot of
this?
details.
How
We'll
about
just-
this? No,
we'll just
details.
spark it off.
Fuck the details. Blading.
Blading. Okay.
Talk
Cool.
about blading.
That's open.
Maybe-
That's a lot of things I can say there.
And as normally in rap, which is like a pretty much a pillar, you could talk
Like a
about
little
like
rhythm
a
control
couple of
with
chicks
skating
and
and
beers and
I
stuff
can
like
go
that.
off track, come back to blading. Got it.
Yeah, like
Run
doobie or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
you play
know,
the
just
drums. You don't just skate. Come back.
nah, you don't gotta talk about me. Don't talk about me. Don't talk about me. You
Yeah,
can
he
if
makes
you
a
want.
good beat. He
You
should
can
have
if
heard
you
him
want.
on the table.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, just
Yeah, whatever.
it doesn't have to be too focused. You know, do your
Yeah.
thing. If
We'll
you
be-
want me to give you a topic, the topic is blading. But you
Cool.
could do whatever you want.
Well, let's see what the beat
Yeah.
says to
Yeah.
us.
Well, let's see what the beat says.
Yo, Funkmaster Flex, run there. Hold on.
Yeah. I always wanted to do that.
I can't hear it on the headphones, but I'll just spit over it.
Can you hear?
I can hear it like outside of it.
Yeah, flip like that maybe.
There you go. Rollerblading.
I don't know when the beat's gonna drop, so.
Amazing blading. Time saving. Doing what I'm loving, what you craving. Rollerblading. Careful, don't hurt your shoulder blade when you be skating. Come back with that throw in that 360 switch, but he ain't even throw his hand up. Put that band-aid on him, homie. He about to hear it, feel it coming from this left leg. Cut it, hear it. It's
Yo.
off the top, blasting off like I'm an astronaut. So he told me to switch it up, so I came back. Are you a cop kicking me out off the SunTrust rail down in ATL? Man, my homie Mike McMullen did that shit switch, yeah. If you don't know them people, let me fill you in. Walt Austin, that was the dude that should have had a skate, but they said if you don't move out of the state, it ain't taking place. Kevin Dowling was the spokesperson. VG19, pay attention to my air condition. Cool as a motherfucker. We even had Dre 3000 in that shit. Physics frames, let me talk for a bit. Filmed about half of it. Most of my clips probably were missed. In the end of it, it ain't even YouTube material because that shit didn't even exit. Fall away if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Southeast with a cotton mouth with a mouthpiece. Load it up, load it up. There you go.
That was sick, man.
Sick.
So that was actually freestyle. We proved it with the blading topic. Hell yeah.
Ruben. Nah, I'm just playing around.
Wow, dude.
Appreciate it though. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was a jump
Yeah.
street first. I like that.
Yeah.
Now
Man.
we got a new theme song.
There you go.
That's our intro song.
Yo, that's our intro song.
Chorus out of it.
Dude,
That's good.
That's awesome, man.
Cool, man.
Hell yeah.
So you guys had that.
Thanks for sharing
got a
that.
show
Yeah, that's fun.
along with the show.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Speaking
right.
of,
Do you,
the show is awesome.
Thank
I just
you.
want
Thank
guys to
you.
know, I watch all your shows.
Thank you.
thank you.
Good.
That was awesome. Did I don't know if you showed him, but when we were talking to Walt before, I was like, "Yo, tell Walt." I said, "What up?" And he shows me a picture, and Walt has a Jump Street mug, and he's like, "Yo, what's
No
good?" Yeah.
way. That's sick.
That is sick.
Oh, I hope Walt's watching now.
I know.
That'd be sick. I know.
He's
I
more
know.
anonymous than I am, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you won't know his name on that list if it's their name.
He's nowhere, right?
He's the ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost.
He's a ghost.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
now you down this path of going deeper into the music industry,
Yeah.
right? And you're starting to kind of like separate yourself from blading a bit,
Yeah.
and or just like it's just naturally kind of transitioning, right?
For sure.
And you got your beautiful girl, right? And you're doing your thing. So you end up not being around for like 10 years. So tell me, like, you know, what that time was like being gone and what it is that made you want to come back. because that's a
Yeah, I think a lot of people are experiencing the same thing too.
yeah,
sure.
because I think a
Yeah.
lot of people, you know, end up coming back to it because being in like whatever the workforce, whatever situation. But
No, it's true.
Mhm.
A lot of people right now, if you notice.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, skating. Yep. Organically, beautiful woman. Really career focused. How can I make money?
You're on the grind.
And how can I support what I want in the future? Because I wanted to have a child. I wanted to own a house. So to anybody out there listening that's read blogs about how creative skaters are, how clever we are, you can apply your brain and do something amazing. You know?
Oh, shit, this is getting good.
And just make money though, but do it in a way that's so simple. It doesn't need to be, do I need to go to school? Do I need to learn from this guy? No, I mean, just pay attention, look around you, find something you're good at. I was good at sales, but I was good at teaching people how to sell. So I got, and this is crazy. So I moved from Atlanta to Hollywood Beach, Florida. This was 2015. So up to that, I was training to be this guy that's going to teach you how to sell stuff. But at that time, it was vacations. Before that, it was like I got into selling insurance. So my dad had a job, you know, he ran a business, and I sold insurance. I was like, oh wow, that's a pretty easy way to make good money. I just made what I made in a month in a Saturday.
Right.
What? I was like, how do I learn how to do more of this? So then I was like, cool, let me teach people how to do this stuff. Like, so I taught, I'm like freaking 24 years old teaching 40-year-olds how to sell insurance. And I don't even have an insurance license. I mean, come on, right? It's crazy.
Were you always selling shit? I feel like those type of people, like you just have it in you. Like you always selling shit.
Not
Not
really.
really?
I believed in something and I would help people to like be a part of it. That was
So you were
always
just determined, kind
just
of.
really focused and determined.
Right.
And also, like, if you see something that can help him out, you out, her out, anyone out, you know, why wouldn't you share that knowledge?
Right.
Right.
It's silly if it exists. So I moved to Hollywood, Florida. Now I'm, like, really working. I'm managing, like, a whole sales team that's in Bass Pro, out of all places, which is kind of interesting. If you see a vacation booth in a Bass Pro, I managed a bunch of those.
The Bass Pro Shop?
Like
thing?
a Bass Pro Shop.
Okay, yeah.
There's, like, a little travel booth.
Yeah.
It's called Blue Green, like outdoor vacation stuff. And I was like, wow, this is simple. So then I moved to Chicago to a different company that wanted me to do the same thing. Holiday Inn Club Vacations bought that company. Then they moved me to, ironically, Piscataway, Middleton, New York, Hicksville. I was
Jersey.
everywhere. Everywhere you
Yeah.
can think of, from Long Island to just below Albany, whatever that place is called. It starts on L, I think. It's been so long, so many places. But anyways, needless to say, I started getting tired of moving too. So I was like, all right, I'm going
Right.
to get down to a place I love. So I moved down to Florida and was like, you know, I can get to Atlanta whenever I want to. Bought a house, had a kid. Software company picked me up and was like, yo, we want you to work for us. Best decision I ever made, like ever. And then like while I'm doing that, I'm like, okay, now I've got what I need. I got my kid, I got my wife, I got my house. Everything's great. I'm like, skating, dude.
Yeah, now you need
Now
that.
I'm like, yeah, ground zero, back to the
Yeah.
playing field.
But what was the thing that like?
I think it was watching
Did
like
you see something?
clips of a couple people would like hit me up like, what's up, man, blah blah blah. But I really think it was just watching like a couple people in the industry, for one, that haven't stopped, which is really,
Are you watching
really
like
cool.
the YouTube you're talking about and shit like that, or
Just
like Instagram
whatever.
or
You go
something?
down a YouTube little thing and you'll like click on one video and it goes from like
Yeah.
1999
Yeah,
to
of
now,
course.
and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh wow, I missed a whole lot of
Yeah.
stuff. I have no clue what's going
Yeah.
on these days.
Yeah.
And then I looked at like what I did, like, you know, and like I was like, that was really good. I enjoyed it. It's like, I'm gonna do this again. You know what I mean? And I was in Florida again, content finally with something else I needed to chase. I have a great
Right.
career in software and technology. Is the fun place to be. So I'm like, I need to do something more that's more next level. Like, what am I not good at yet?
Yeah.
Let's go back to what I was kind of good at. And
Or
like,
relearning it again, I
yeah,
guess.
I'm a USD head too, so I had Save Thrones, and I was looking. I'm like, man, I need to.
Were you dragging
Those
thrones around the country that whole time you were
physics
moving
range
around?
on. Actually, no. My wonderful mother is the best person in the world. She like saved like ASA photos.
Oh, wow.
Magazine stuff, certain skates that I got for free.
Oh, what, you-
bags,
you got
set back,
ASA
all this
photos?
Stuff. Yeah, it's
Damn.
crazy. And
you skate
ironically,
at ASA?
in 1998, I believe, ASA, I was on my quest to become pro, as they
Yeah.
put it in this little spread. My mom saved that. I got a pocket watch from ASA where I won.
What?
Yeah, that was
got some
fun.
sick memorabilia.
Charles Dunkel, Rob Thompson, and me, and Dre Powell. He wasn't at this particular one. We're in Alabama, and I got first place, and they gave me a little pocket watch. And
You
shit.
got
Nice.
first place with all them?
Yeah, it is.
You beat all the
Listening
boys?
To,
Wait, really?
Gangstar, you know my steez. I had it blasting on the speakers.
What?
Yeah,
That's
dude,
crazy.
That was a really, really fun time.
Oh, because you skated ASA, you got to pick a song?
Well, yeah, you'd go and you'd be
That's
like,
for your run, I guess
yeah,
so.
yeah, you got to pick like
I've
a
never
song.
ever done that, ever.
I was super young at that
I
time.
wish I could
That's
do that now.
cool.
13,
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
Damn, you beat those
13, 14
heavyweights?
skating a Gangstar, you know my Steve?
And you
I
beat,
was super young.
but you beat some heavyweights in
Well,
that.
yeah, we were beating each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did like 5 or 6 like of these like little small ones, and it went to regionals, and it went to this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And it went the ironic part was I ended up in Naples in '98 and got like 43rd in the world, whatever that meant.
Mm-hmm.
And
In
that was
ASA?
43rd in the world.
That was like in 1998 though. That was
Because
when
that's-
Frankie, Walt, Randy,
Yeah, all
a
those
few
people.
cats. Just Randy already had a skate, which was
Yeah.
ironic, but yeah.
No, but just for context, for people that don't know, first of all, ASA is like the Aggressive Skating Association, which was like a contest-based series like that was huge on ESPN back in the day.
Kind of like NIST.
It was the standard.
It was the
pretty much.
standard like that, and along with the X Games, right?
Yeah.
That's what got you.
And
Yeah, we got
and
you.
Yeah.
basically at the time, you're right. You couldn't go pro,
Mm.
like legitimately, for like a boot company unless you were ASA
Yeah.
pro.
Yeah.
Or not-
Certified.
Like one of the
Top 10,
as we
right?
as we touched when like Frederick on the Frederick
Yeah, yeah.
podcast, he was one of the first people that got a pro skate that was not an ASA pro. He,
Oh,
was-
yeah,
he
yeah.
was like one of the first like legitimately.
Best person ever to
And
be
then like
that guy.
I think
Yeah, I guess
USD were like the first kind of people that were kind of
More grassroots
doing
kinda
that
stuff,
right,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
where they were just like
Not by the book.
letting those people who were in videos more, but like before that the standard was you
You're
gotta
not
be
pro here.
Yeah.
then
if you
you're
aren't
not
on the
pro.
rankings,
Yeah.
ASA pro, then
Yeah, that's
you're-
all that
You're
mattered.
not pro,
Kinda, yeah.
right?
Yep.
So like the
Gary
fact that
Carraway's on that
he was
list too,
40,
by the way, just so y'all know.
yeah, the fact that he's 43rd is like significant.
Yeah,
in
no, I
that
was saying
way,
the
yeah.
43rd, like, can you picture now with the amount of skaters there are in the
Oh,
world
man.
compared to back then? Like,
Bunch more zeros
43rd.
on that for me.
Yeah, yeah.
430,000
Yeah, yeah.
nowadays, hopefully.
But
I hope
Like-
there's 430,000
Hopefully we got a lot
later,
of
but I
them
don't
out
think so.
Probably a pretty small number, but we'll get it bigger.
Yeah, we'll get it bigger.
it's going
Pump
up.
it
It's going up.
But yeah, that was it though. I mean, like, yeah, crazy.
So okay, so you go on this journey. You start blading at 7. You go through. You fall in love with it. This is what I want to do. You find music. You go in that path. You travel. You do the whole music thing. You come back to blading. You're
Yep.
like, this is what's been missing. I got my house. I got my girl. I got the kid. It's all good.
Yep.
I miss blading. I want to get back into it. Why do you start a wheel company? What made you want to do that? And tell me everything behind
Yeah,
that.
that's a big jump, I think.
Yeah. What's
Because,
crazy
by the way,
is-
full disclosure,
Oh, yeah.
he's been a sponsor of our show.
Yeah.
Yes, I have it. Yeah.
So
Uh,
explain
the
all
two
this.
of you
too.
guys have been a
My
sponsor.
boy
of our show.
Grayson, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a lot to that actually that I'll summarize as best as I can. Skating for me when I was a kid growing up was a big part of my life.
Right.
Period. Just straight up. When you learn business, for one, you'll start paying attention to the details that no one tells you.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, okay, that doesn't make sense. Why do you not? You don't make enough money a year skating unless you're in the top 3 or 4 people or 5 people, or if you really break down good money.
Right.
Like you did great. There's a lot of people that did great, but you're sacrificing your body to skate. And if
Right.
4 companies, 5 companies can't get you to a level in which you don't need to worry about money doing that, then something's wrong. That was first off, is like in my mind before any company came to mind of like skates or wheels or whatever. It's just like, this is crazy. Like, and then I would start asking questions. So I got back into skating for one, just because I love it, right? Well, I also am really good at business. And then I looked at like people who I admired, like I supported. And when I knew they weren't getting products because they were sold out, but I could get them, let's say, as a fan or as a customer, and the guy that's name's on it can't even get it because it's sold out. Let's just say that.
That's happened to all of us.
As far as like real talk goes,
That
there,
sounds
right?
familiar, yeah.
Immediately, I already knew that, by the way, before I started digging.
Yeah.
So like I only dug because I could kind of tell,
Mm-hmm.
and I started comparing things. And like you guys had some great podcasts where people should already be aware of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I knew that before I got back into skating. So when I got back into skating with Savvy Business Mind, I was like, okay, let's ask some simple questions, and let's ask several sources of people that don't even skate anymore. Maybe they do. Or maybe the companies are alive, or maybe they're not. But I started seeing a very common trend, and there was like literally 3% that were really good trends, 4%. And the companies out there and the individuals, everybody should know who they are. There's a lot of really great people in this game that we call rollerblading.
Of course, yeah.
But there's no knowledge given. There's no questions that you should ask given before you even start this cool life of a skater. So I'm like, okay, let's just do the math on what are you able to do for the community of skating and how can you make it fun? Because at the end of the day, I could order a set of wheels, a hat, a shirt, just like I go buy things in the mall or whatever, and I'm just doing it for one, I think it looks cool, but I also like where it's coming from, right? I would love to know how many people are aware of, like, it's not going to the right places. It is so badly not going there. It's going to consignment shops where things sit for a long time, and then we forget about it, and then we blame the industry on not doing something about it when we are the industry. So as a fan, first and foremost, it was the biggest thing with a savvy business mind, though. But as a fan, like, I want to support something that's not me. I want to support something and make it where it's accessible.
So how you gonna how you gonna do something that's different than what came before? How you gonna approach it?
I think there's information for one, transparency, being honest about what you're doing. Like, hey,
to your customers,
it's everybody, not just first off, the skaters or anybody that's a customer or that's having fun with the same thing I do. So it doesn't even have to be a customer; it's anybody. So like when you look at a scoreboard, you know exactly how many errors were made in the game. You know exactly how many hits at the plate, how many home runs, how many people dunked, how many people threw a touchdown. You know all the stats. There is no transparency right now. I mean, there is, like, you gotta. I'm wearing this hat not because I'm trying to say, Julio, what up? That's my homie. I love Julio before this company came out, but he was the man back in the day that was talking like this.
And he's one of, like, the people that have very much earned his right to have an opinion, and he's put in all the
so much.
No
work.
one can deny that.
So
that
much
man.
work to do that, but he did it before even.
Shout out John Julio.
But even before them skates, like, think of USD. How many times his face and his like just all around images of skating was all over the place.
Yeah.
Why was that? Because of the same theory. So I just think, the difference would be before you do anything, be transparent and have a tangible object. You can say this is what we're giving back. If you need to have a hater or two that pops in there going, oh, this is going to be this is going to be that. That's just a faster way for us to identify that person.
Right.
So that's another really cool part about it. And if you love it, I'm going to make sure you launch pad to something cool. Yeah. I'm going to send you to Woodward or
just be like,
whatever.
hi, hater.
Yeah, exactly.
Bye,
it's so
hater.
easy in a thread. I'm going to tell you right now, which we have not seen.
Okay.
Grayson, by the way, I don't know Instagram guys at all. He had to create me an Instagram page.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I didn't create that.
What?
I have no clue. Facebook is a way for my grandparents to still see Leo and my family and love me and stuff. And I go through that and look at stuff, of course. But
so you're not technologically savvy.
I'm a caveman with a stick in the mud at the end of the day. Like,
I feel that.
I'm a dumb guy with a smartphone.
That's kind of me. I'm not great with technology.
I'm horrible at it, really. I like the wrong stuff and then edit it. No clue what I'm doing. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, a little off track, but back to the whole thing. We have to, as skaters, know that if there's somebody that doesn't belong here, let's make it very easy to spot them, first off. If somebody hates on something that gives back to something tangible that you just bought from, why would you want them around? It's weird.
Right? Like a company or individual? What do you mean?
Anybody.
It
could be a company. It could be an individual. It could be somebody we don't know. It could be somebody we know. There isn't really that going on right now that I'm seeing.
What do you mean, like kind of
as far as
calling people out and
I mean, I haven't seen really many people going this is stupid or this is not cool.
With what?
With the idea of giving back half of your money that you make, and then literally saying, hey, here's how much we sold, and then here's what we're giving back, and we've given back way more than 50%. Way
really?
More, I'm
already?
Way more.
Wow.
I'm good at taxes. Let's put it that way. But at the end of the day, we've given back about, I'd say, at least $3,000 or $4,000.
So you've already gotten the ball rolling with all this stuff?
As far as giving back to the industry goes, with tangible objects, things that people are already.
So supporting events.
Anything. Yeah. Supporting events. Yeah. Other
awesome.
stuff too. Yep.
What have you guys done so far? Because the company's relatively new, and the fact that you doing all this shit already.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I know. It's 4 months old.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah. And that was literally me and Grayson got together and what we've done so far, and he's the operations guy. I'm just an OG he's my younger brother. He's way smarter than me at like operating like freaking like good detail stuff. I'll give him a little random idea here and there, but he's the guy that makes sure those ideas happen, and they are always tested. So you know what we did so far is we've given. I think there's a contest in Canada. This is where he's good at this stuff. That we've already hooked up. We're doing something also with you guys a couple times.
Well, we got the BPSO coming up. If you guys want to help out with,
we got you.
Right?
There we go.
But we've given out some events that haven't happened yet. So there's probably $1,000 we've given out right now that nobody even knows about.
Oh shit!
And on top of that, I'd say probably another like 800 to almost another 1,000
We've given away tons of sets
that people kind of know about.
Sponsoring Mile High.
Yeah, Mile High. Yeah.
For best trick.
Best trick.
Yeah. 10 sets, wheels.
How much are we giving away at that one again?
Dude, we've given away like over $1,200 so far.
$1,200.
Damn, nice.
And like, how much do you think we've given away that no one knows about yet?
Too much.
You'll know in a month.
A lot of money.
You guys will know cool stuff's coming
Okay.
in a month, but we'll keep it moving. But I've given out a lot of tangible things.
So the idea,
know,
so the idea
Small
is,
stuff to big stuff.
so the idea is like create this company which you guys have done and support events, sell wheels, be in touch, like not be like so separated from things. Yeah,
Yeah, think of a scoreboard.
it's rad.
1,500 wheels sold, let's say. If you saw that and you go equals, and then you saw pictures of things,
Do you got a team?
right? Like really cool stuff.
Right.
We have a family right now.
Ooh,
We have a huge.
The fam.
This is better
OTF.
than a team.
OTF.
OTF.
You're gonna
Yeah,
I was gonna say you're gonna have to censor this, and you just.
my man's like Howard Stern mixed with Joe Rogan. Like, he's trying to like.
nah.
We just put it like this. We have a very great opportunity, and I will say this, and I'm gonna only say this. Next month, you guys are gonna hear about something that's gonna be really, really big.
Oh,
Huge.
exciting!
And I'm gonna say it like this: it's not a company. What it is it's an idea and a concept first, and then you have a great product. That product could be wheels, it could be anything, right? There's something really spectacular coming next month, and the only reason why it's coming next month is we had 30, 40 pre-orders before we even had the wheels, and we were able to do something very intelligent that I think every single person, including people that skated like hardcore pro, that everybody knows, like Billy, you skated your heart out. People like Walt Austin, there's a lot of people that skated their heart out. There's a lot of people that are skating their heart out. We don't even know who they are right now, too.
Right.
Some of us do, and they're doing cool stuff. So just keep in tune. Like next month, there's something happening only because of the amount of people who gave us the opportunity to give half back.
Oh, I like that.
You know, it's like a win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be really, really cool. And the funny part is it's going to be right in front of everybody's faces later, and they'll go, oh, man, that makes total sense. So it was really, really well thought out.
Those are some of the best ideas, though, that you could possibly have.
Yeah. It's like when you write a song, for instance. 3 minutes is usually what it takes to write the best song you ever wrote.
Yeah.
The best trick you've ever done is when you're not thinking.
Yeah.
We did that today.
Yeah. I was about to say.
The best stuff you ever do. And then you have years of experience of how to plot the seeds under the canopy, as they say, if we're going to mix my music with the rollerblading.
Right.
But I plotted it ahead of time, and I have somebody like Grayson, who, again, operationally, you can't find somebody better than this guy. He called every manufacturer. I didn't have time to do it. I got a lot of stuff going on. He's got a really important job, too. And, so that's all I'm going to say with that. Some cool stuff coming next month.
That's great. So it sounds like a company that people should support. And,
Big time.
Yeah. That
You already did, though, guys. You already did. Trust me, you will see the results of that.
Yeah.
Sales have been good so far. Like people
Yeah.
have been buying shit.
They're already, posting things, sending us messages. And
So where is it? Like you got an Instagram.
I don't know how to use it.
You guys have one, right? It's Tough Wheels.
Yep.
TUFR Wheels.
TUFR
TUFR_Wheels.
He runs a tougher one.
TUFF.
I don't even
TUFR.
barely remember.
TUFR.
TUFR.
We're murking
Thank you.
this right
so
now.
think about everybody. Think of thank you for
Sorry.
rolling real quick, right? Thank you
Yeah.
for rolling.
There you
tougher.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
Same thing, just missing an E.
Got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like I like how the industry's going back to not just you in general, but like how John's doing with them and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
giving back
So
to skaters
inspiring.
as much as you can, like with the royalties and stuff like
Yes.
that, bringing it back in, and it's
Exactly.
just recycling the money back in
Exactly.
to grow the sport. You know.
And it's cool. You see people like Alex Broskow, man. You guys did a great job on that show. That was so fun watching the wigs and everybody supporting one of them.
the Winter Clash thing.
Yeah, man. Everybody loves that. Loves seeing the most shy guy that's the best in the world at skating. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also hearing about what is going on with transparency. I don't think we understand what that word means in this community. We heard about inventory a little bit from Julio, and we were understanding a little bit about what challenges we have
Right.
as far as running a business goes. But there was nobody telling us the facts. Tom Heiser, shout out to you. You were one of those that told us the facts, and a few others, of course. But like, no one's telling us this stuff. We don't have a clue what's going on around.
Yeah,
us.
shout out Tom Heiser, big time.
Big time. Yeah, it's a great guy. Great guy.
Yeah. So okay. So what are the facts, man? There's no transparency. So like,
Yeah. The facts are this. There's something awesome coming next month. It's like a birthday. If you were
Yeah.
like, yo, what's in that gift that's wrapped?
right.
Can I see it? And like, it's really awesome.
But you just said we need transparency. So you know,
Oh, yeah,
maybe you could
absolutely.
tell us what's
the
happening.
transparency is beautiful. There's just something that's been created that's
Right.
bigger than a company.
Good, man.
So I think to those, some know, not many, but those that do.
So
you'll
the
see.
the
You'll go,
fire's
oh, makes sense.
the fire's back up under your ass from blading again.
Oh man, it's dude. Backside rails are in my dreams now. Topside soles and 540s with Cesslides in between them, man. Absolutely. Yeah,
Do you think you like it more than you did back in the day?
I appreciate it more.
Ooh, yeah, I like that word.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it much
more grateful.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
much so.
Mm.
Yeah.
I feel like those
How was
things back in the day, like you said, you back around your dreams or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you appreciate just the feeling of like a nice solid trick. Back then you just go boom, 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 boom. But now like sometimes I'll crave like, oh, I just want to do like a nice backside, like just want that feeling
Yeah.
again, you know?
Whatever your trick is, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it's just-
whatever it is.
It's just also like I think they appreciate like I think when you get to be our age,
This is
which
true.
isn't especially old, but in blading it is.
Yeah.
It's like,
like
60
years.
in normal years.
right.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
in the world, it's it's like pretty average.
youngsters
but,
still.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you appreciate like because I don't know. You know, when you're 16, you do a trick, you fall, you get up, you're like, it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Oh,
so you
no
just
hesitation.
you just take it all for granted.
Yeah.
But when you like get to be in like your mid 30s and like you start feeling things a little harder, you're like, oh, that's
I mean,
that's important. I don't want to lose
you
that.
could probably give some advice on that one. Your knees to your elbows,
yeah.
to head to toe, man. I
Take
mean,
care of
you
your body.
Did crazy stuff.
Yeah, do the
Hell
best
yeah.
you can.
I don't know, like how many people really know who you are as far as a skater goes. Like, ain't anything in this room really off the record. Like it's like we're friends, we're family,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
as
of
far as
course.
skating goes, there's things that weren't filmed that you were doing. Like,
Yeah,
you know
but
this.
that goes
Yeah, of
that
course.
goes for like a lot of people
That-
from that generation.
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
they were like
YouTube
I remember,
did not
I remember
exist.
That was a discussion we had with the Kelsos too.
Omar
crazy.
Wysong was
There's a perfect
was one of those
example.
guys. Like
Yeah.
there are
Yeah.
tricks that guy has done that are like ridiculous that have never been filmed. Like on things like Detour, Frankie's in that same boat.
Yeah.
Like all those people from like that generation
Yeah.
are like
It's like
But
spots
thanks,
here
yeah.
and there, like that were uploaded later.
yeah
Like Jamie Olmstead, dude, my homie.
people who are like straight beasts but didn't get filmed half the
he
time.
was
Yeah.
ahead of his curve, though. He uploaded a video called like No Name Backwards, Emanon. You know, and like nobody probably really knows. There's a few, but like that did not exist. Uploading videos like that. James
Right.
Reedsky was another cat. Doug did it. There's a few people that did it, but not many. Right when YouTube came out, I was like,
I remember James Reedsky edits
Wow,
were
that's
online.
crazy.
Beginning.
My own clips. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And I was like, no one can see the best stuff though. Sometimes you're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of that stuff got lost.
Oh yeah,
Throughout
Yeah.
the years.
yeah. You can relate to that.
Yeah, I could 100%
Dustin?
relate to that. I think
Dustin
Austin
Holler?
can relate to that as well.
Austin, you definitely can relate to that because I've seen you skate.
Austin's a bit
1.5
younger,
hours,
but
like,
he's
what?
been skating about as long as I have.
You're
Yeah.
on 20 years almost, right?
23 years.
22
Yeah.
years, yeah. How many people out there have seen 1,000 days of you skating? Not many.
Yeah, I know.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that you kind of just got lost in the session.
But that's some of the better stuff,
It's always
though.
the better
You know
stuff.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's like what you said
Third
before.
try, alley wheel rolled, a fish brain on some stuff you shouldn't do it on. You're
Some
like,
messed
what?
up shit.
Let's
Yeah.
go grab the camera now. And then,
Then
you're
you can't
like,
do it.
not only can you not do it, you don't want to. You want to keep it moving.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, and progress to another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
But,
get that trick today, brother? I'm curious.
Yeah.
I think
You did get
it.
You did.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the last
And I was
one?
trying to clean it up, and then, but I was like, I'll take the other one.
You know what's funny? Like a couple
We'll show
times.
that in the edit later.
Yeah.
Please show that in the edit. It
Yeah.
was awesome.
Thanks.
But I would have
Actually,
taken
I
a
have to use
couple
the
of
bathroom real
those.
quick.
Go ahead.
I would have taken a couple of those and just said, keep it moving because it was perfect almost.
But it was like I knew it was like the end of the day anyway, and I
high
wasn't.
standard.
It wasn't like
yeah.
yeah. I mean, we grew up with that shit too. Like it has to be
Absolutely.
a certain way, the certain standards.
Yeah.
But it was the last trick of the day. I knew it was the last trick of the day. Everyone else had their skates off, and I knew that I wasn't saving my energy for anything else. You know.
You're patient. I'll say you were perseverantly patient.
It was
Like,
such a stupid little thing. Like, it wasn't like I was
Yeah.
throwing myself at some crazy ledge or whatever,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
trying
it's-
some big jump, you know. So it's very when it's low impact on your body.
It better
it's
be perfect.
Yeah, when it's low impact on your body, you're more patient with it, and
Yeah.
you're willing to work to get it more right, you know, because it's not really hurting you.
Right.
Like
right.
I wasn't sore after skating that or anything.
You also live like a super healthy lifestyle. Let's be
Everyone
real.
says that. Like, I'm not definitely not
Dude, you're
super
like-
healthy.
you're
I
like
just
the
don't.
cool
I just
guy
don't
that
drink or smoke or
Doesn't-
anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. You're the cool guy at the
That's
bar
why I'm super healthy.
with like a soda in his hand, maybe. Maybe that's
I
pushing
don't
it too.
drink soda.
There we go.
Oh, well, sometimes, but not
Drink
really.
club soda or like a sparkling
Water.
waters.
Water, regular water.
So he's
Tea.
a-
I drink tea a lot.
Tea and water,
Yeah.
and he's just hanging out around a bunch of people that are not nearly as healthy.
See, hanging around people, like when you talk like that, makes me feel healthy, and then I get like cocky with it in my mind, and I'll go fucking just.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's like a
just
girl on a
fuck up.
diet. It's like, I'm gonna eat these nachos, and I don't
That's
care what anybody
exactly.
says.
Yeah, exactly. I'll eat a fucking pint of ice cream and
Yeah.
do all this shit and
That's funny.
all this unhealthy crap in a different way.
But you're definitely showing some skills out there, on, like when we were skating.
Oh,
like,
thanks. I
straight up,
appreciate
like,
it.
you
Yeah.
were, what, 3-4 feet above everybody else on like your little launches and shit, man.
Oh yeah. Well,
It was
it's
really
my
cool.
park too.
It was awesome.
I'm used to it.
But your stomping ground. This
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah, yeah.
And we heard a sonic boom in your
Yo, that
an
was great.
explosion.
I can't wait to show that edit.
There has to be something on the news about that noise because I'm telling everybody out there like there was a bad sound.
Crazy sound
It
that
was
you
like a
definitely
bomb?
shouldn't hear in New
What
York
would you
either.
say it sounded like?
It sounded like a bomb, like an
Terrorist
explosion.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
While you were
And I was
skating on
skating-
the worst obstacle you could possibly be on,
It was the
and
worst
you just
time.
bailed so bad. I
I
instantly
bailed out
knew.
like, whoa.
Yeah, I instantly knew. I was like, that sound messed you up.
It was like a video game. Like when somebody hears the gun go.
When we watched the clip back, we were like, damn, that sounds crazy.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody's all right from that
Yeah.
crazy explosion sound.
Yeah. By the time this plays back, hopefully the edit's up and we could like link it down below or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Like we're not making this up. There has to be something on the news.
No,
It's
no,
like-
no. Yeah, we're gonna
It was loud.
Yeah, we're gonna-
Investigate.
we're gonna cut to the clip actually right
Yeah.
here in the post.
That was a crazy clip, wasn't it, guys?
That was a crazy. Whoa, that
hear
was
that?
nuts, right? That's
Super
insane.
loud.
Yeah, but okay. So what's next? What's
Yeah, I was gonna ask that
what's in the
too.
future for TUFR?
As far as what's next specifically with TUFR,
Yeah, I mean, where
do you wanna go with this?
What's next with you?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
next with
it's random, guys.
blading
I
and-
know. I'm gonna tell everybody out there. This is random, right?
Transparency.
Like, yeah. So what's next is just think in your minds as far as if we all get together, we can create something awesome. So just know it's a movement. You're really good at trying to dig, but you ain't gonna get it. And it's right in front of your eyes,
Yeah.
people. It's like it's right in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny actually.
Yeah.
So and next month you'll find out. That's the best part about this.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And it's not me holding something back. It's me wanting to tell you something so badly.
Okay. Let's talk about
So-
something else. Let me stop. Let me stop.
There's cool stuff coming, kids.
Yeah.
Promise you.
So after 10 years of blading, of
Not
not
blading.
blading, when you came back,
Yep.
were you rusty? I mean,
Oh, of course.
because I know I took a year and a half.
Tin man without a tin can.
I took a year and a half off because of
Yeah.
my shoulder because I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came back, I was so
I
mad.
can't believe you took a year and a half off.
I-
That's
I literally
crazy
couldn't.
long. Yeah.
I literally couldn't. And
I think a year and a half off would make me more mad. 10 years would make me be like, okay. I can-
Because you
I
get
can
into
Yeah.
like a
this.
zone where you're just like, okay, I don't do it
No,
no,
anymore.
I just
get it.
accepted.
Yeah.
Well, my year and a half, I accepted that. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do this until I get surgery. So I'm not gonna be able to do this. Like,
Right.
and then, so whatever. When I started skating again, my cardio was so bad, and my like vocabulary was so weak. I
Right.
was like legitimately mad.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's-
what?
that's
I was
the
like
hardest part.
pissed. So like 10
Yeah.
years,
Oh, man. It was
right?
Crazy.
Is it like relearning stuff?
Not, okay. There,
What's that like?
There's certain things you won't do again. I can do them. I won't do them again. There's literally stuff when I'll go to a skate park or like to a place
not
where
the-
there's a route,
not even about the
doing
crazy
it.
stuff.
Mm.
Not
I
even
know
the-
in my mind I could probably do it. I can't
Yeah.
afford to
No,
fall.
not even
Right.
about the
Like that.
Not even about the crazy stuff. I'm just talking about like the
In general?
comfort to like your
Just doing
basic
regular tricks. Again.
yeah,
Yeah.
repertoire. Like you know.
Yeah, that's pretty frustrating. It was probably the
Was that
hardest.
tough?
It was so tough, man. It was worst thing about it actually because I was able to see in my brain something and then like attempt it.
Yeah, like I used to be able to do this like
Yeah.
piece of cake, and now I can't do it now. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
like a 360 out of a topside sole on something, and then you realize that you have a new challenge that you didn't have before. You locked it, but it's like,
Your body ain't there.
yeah, you're not there. I weighed 140. I'm
Yeah.
weighing 180,
Yeah.
190. Like coming up, like I dropped 40 pounds in 3 months skating. Actually,
Wow.
Near 200 and some pounds, almost like
Damn.
190, 195. dropped it like in 3 months. Like,
Nah,
boom.
skating will do it.
That's crazy.
Instantly felt like
Were you
shit.
doing anything
Skating
physical
will do it.
activity in those 10 years?
I mean, always just athletically, whatever, playing basketball, I was always.
So you're always
doing
moving
stuff.
around
Always
somewhere.
doing something?
That always helps out, too.
Saw a frisbee in the back of the car. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I am always looking for fun
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
an active way.
That's good, yeah.
But as far
For
as
sure.
something that extreme,
nothing comes close.
Like because blading is a highly demanding thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Basketball was probably the closest
Basketball's
thing.
pretty intense.
Basketball's
Yeah.
tough.
If you're like really playing
Real
games with
basketball.
Basketball's tough.
like 5-on-5 games,
Yeah.
those are intense.
20 points. I don't care
That's
what
its own.
anyone says.
That's its own
Yeah.
level of cardio.
Yeah.
It's hard to get to 20 points with some pretty good players that are good at defending you.
Okay, so it probably wasn't
Yeah.
that hard coming back then.
Well, I mean, the hard
'Cause-
part was not being able to do things because you couldn't afford to fall. And
Right.
I got the balance thing back immediately. Like, it was pretty
That's
obvious.
sick.
That was like
what was
my-
the first
my
grind you did when
love
you came
for
back?
it.
10 years.
That's actually
you don't
on-
blade. First grind you do.
That's actually on my Facebook page, not my Instagram. I did a topside sole on a mini ramp.
That's not
What?
true, bro.
A film
The first trick?
What's the first
first
grind
trick? What do you mean?
you did after not skating for 10 years?
backside rail,
Back rail, okay.
of course.
I was
yeah.
curious if it was solo back
As far as
rail.
like a real no, it was backside rail all day long. But as far as like a trick, I felt like
Oh,
that
so
was like
the first
same
day? Same day?
Yeah.
After that 10 years,
Yeah.
you got a topsail?
Literally
Damn.
on Facebook, you'll see it.
That's pretty good.
I'm doing a
No,
topside
I
solo.
believe you, I
I'm
believe
Back rail's still
Barely
pretty
able to stand
good
up.
because not even like a.
I'm just curious
soul,
the first
Mizu.
grind because for
Yeah.
me it's always going to be
All
a
day
soul.
backside
So
rail.
I would think it'd be
No.
like a soul too.
Yeah.
I don't like open left side of my body. I like
Yeah.
the backside
Yeah.
area. I'm control where I'm going to fall a little
Yeah.
bit on a backside rail. So
Ha-
it's a
ha-
safety
That's from those
trick.
early skateboarding days. You like being sideways.
Yeah,
more
right. Like
instead
you're
of
just
straight
standing,
on. Yeah.
like you're standing a little bit more in a way that's comfortable. For
Yeah.
sure. I would be goofy then. That makes sense.
Does make sense.
How was
Yeah.
the falling aspect? Because that's what
All
people
right,
complain about too.
kids,
You lose your tolerance.
Listen up. Learn to fall before you learn to land. Like a trick.
That's true, yeah.
Like listen up. We were just talking about that.
Mm.
If you don't understand like how important it is to know how to fall, don't do something you can't prepare for yourself.
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
You're gonna fall. So growing up skating was probably one of the most important things I would tell you that I took 10 years.
I always think that too.
Like, yeah, and froze the talent. Didn't do anything for 10 years on something that I did every single day for 20 years. And then you do it again immediately, and it's like ironic. It's cliche. Like a bike, right? You know immediately if you hit a curb, or what are you going to do? You're going to just, like, fall on your face? No, you're going to do your best to, like, oh, I've been here before. Learn to fall, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was...
Now learning to fall is
Yeah, it was
that,
huge.
that'll make
But you knew
longevity,
how to
right?
fall already, pretty much, right? Was it like more painful to fall? I guess you're older. You're 10 years older.
Big time. Oh,
It's
yeah.
you like your
got-
everything is like healed, so
I
you're
got
not
awesome
having these
I
calluses
left
and stuff.
those really cool shin guard things. What they made by what is the name of that company?
What?
They're like look like Black Panther.
Yeah,
pads.
yeah. I don't know what they're called.
I got a pair of those, which I left in Julian's car actually when I was in Atlanta. But like, I gotta have certain
Aren't
pads.
those like D3O or something?
You
like
even
that?
you even made fun of me. I had these little knee pads.
Yeah,
things.
those-
that's a shin guard.
Yeah.
That's literally what that is.
That's actually a shin guard.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay,
It's
that's what I'm
my
saying.
version of one because I'm an old man in skates. Not that.
They're like little knee pads from Modell's.
there.
Like, those are my
I
knee
need it.
position guards.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I don't do things that if I know if I fall, I'm not gonna do it. Like if it's that kind of fall,
Yeah,
which is probably the toughest part of when I came back to skate because I was
because
like,
you always want to progress, and you're gonna fall and you
Yeah.
900,
progress.
720. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't really progress at a certain age. You can only get better at what you already know how to do.
Now,
Yeah.
that's nothing. This to your point on that, I agree, but I see just a slight, just like in a different way. But I think it's the
Sure.
same. I think it's the same point.
Like his
But,
trick
like-
he did today, like that was crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a certain point in your skating where you're like progressing and progressing and learning, and then just when you get like for lack of a better term, like over the hill or just
Yeah.
like a bit older, it's not about learning new tricks as much as it is about keeping things you've done. Like, do you know what I
Right.
mean? Or maintaining.
point.
Like, and so because like the learning, it's going to be there, but in just as the percentages shift.
Big
Like,
time.
you know, like the progression versus the maintenance and versus the maintenance versus the progression when you get older. It's just like,
Yep.
oh, I can still do these things. And that's I think the key, like, right?
Oh, big
Because
time.
I see
Big time.
even today skating, I saw you like, man, it was really reminiscent of skating with you like, what, we were 16, 19 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like 19 years ago, it was like,
Yeah.
you doing those like true spins, your hands are up, like you still elbows.
You do shit the same way
elbows up
always, right?
high. And,
muscle
you know,
memory.
yeah, like, you know,
Also being silly. I was on skate with my boy here. We were going a little nuts. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I know what you mean though. You have the same thing, and so do you.
No,
Austin.
we all got like the same.
Isn't that the best part? And then what's
styles,
so cool too is when you do a new trick you haven't done yet, for instance, and you're kind of surprising yourself.
Yeah, no, because there's still room for that when you get older.
It's a bigger deal now.
Yeah. No, there's still room for it.
There's room.
There's always gonna be room for it.
But it's just not as like the progression is just it's way bigger when you're younger because
maintaining
it's newer, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you just because you're learning it all at the time. So like when you learn so much, like your learning thing gets smaller, and you maintenance like It's kind of like when you're like buying things for your house. Like like when you got an empty house, you gotta like buy all the stuff for the house. And then when your house gets full, it's like, well, I don't gotta buy much more, but I mean, I gotta
maintain
I gotta keep all this nice.
Clean
like,
the rug off. Hey,
so it's like,
let's get a new rug tonight. Let's get crazy. Let's go to Lowe's.
No, it's like, but exactly. But you're still gonna get some new stuff here and there.
You're excited.
But you don't need to. You gotta keep it all fresh. Like, you know what I mean?
What an analogy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It is. It's like the same thing.
So true though, because like you're right. You're not like you're maintaining it. You're learning to do it the same way.
Right. Or just adjusting it. Right.
It,
because you already have it. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like this different.
Because you have metal too in your ankle, right?
Yeah, I got pins in my ankle.
Did it change tricks for you?
Yeah,
Like
I couldn't Soyal or Alib Sol or True Top Sol or True Top Soyal for like over 10 years.
And that hurt when you
10
came back.
years.
Well,
Holy
I'm
shit.
sorry. It happened in 2008, and I just started doing it again like a year or two ago. So maybe like 8 years.
So you went a minute
8 years.
not doing probably certain tricks.
Like
for one.
my favorite tricks.
Yeah, your
my
favorite tricks, which
tricks.
is that's the hardest part about it too, right there.
My favorite tricks was gone. I loved those TTS.
Mine was
true near side Soyals were like my favorite. I loved those
mistrials.
because of Omar and Frankie.
Yeah.
Because of Omar and Frankie, I loved those.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But that's why even when I see Austin like do like the True Life So 360, like the Soyal the forward, I'm like I still can't. Like this, like the
see, now I feel bad that I did.
You should.
When that foot drops over and your shoulder is still in the same place, you're like,
Austin feels shameful because he smoked us on skate today. Don't ever.
He's guilting me into the win.
No, I can still do it. That's the thing. But it took a while to come back, and injuries. Like you've had injuries as well.
Yeah. What do you have in your ankle? You have metal?
I broke both ankles.
So
like my left one broke twice, right one broke once, and it's the one that has metal in it, which is kind of weird. So arms, ribs, tailbone, probably over 10 to 20, 13 bones to be exact. Broke my ribs, and I can't do certain tricks I used to do, which sucks
because of those injuries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
that limits you. I feel like I've broken my ankles and shit too. I think both my ankles, or maybe sprained one and broke the other, whatever. And
spraying is pretty bad.
Spraying's sometimes worse than breaking.
Yeah, it's sometimes worse unless you have to get like surgery.
Yeah, I luckily never had surgery, but it always changes the way I do. I did tricks, but I felt that was better because now I learned the whole different side of tricks. Or if it was like my natural ankle that I broke, now I have to learn everything switch. Otherwise, I can't skate. So I started doing. You get better in that aspect.
That's actually something I learned from Eric Shrine, because Eric Shrine said I was like, oh man, you do like a lot of tricks lefty, like, and you're obviously really good at like switch top soul, switch top S, like these like hard lefty tricks, like not ones that like are right leading, like And he's like, oh, I just broke my ankle, I couldn't skate it, so I just wanted to keep skating, and I had to use it. So I think it becomes a thing.
Blessing in disguise.
It becomes a thing of necessity. Exactly.
Yeah, that's funny. You said
and to
that.
a deeper.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say my dad. Off subject, but it's about breaking bones. I broke my bone, my arm. My dad made me a left-handed hitter, but I throw right-handed, so I'd be a better second baseman. I was like, before I even skated. I was like probably 5. I think it was when I first. I broke my arm off a slide as a kid, but it was like just because of the fact he goes, well, since you did that, I'm gonna make you throw right-handed, which means anything with one hand, I'm right-handed. But if I'm batting or boxing,
twice as good.
I'm left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a whole new. It's like a whole new world that
crazy
way.
Though, like for Eric
if you're boxing your southpaw.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But what's funny is that my power will come from me standing the other way. So it's a gift and a curse in a weird way, because like Eric Shrine said to you, like, skating it's a certain trick switch.
Right.
You were talking about top souls, same thing. It's like you don't want to learn to do something you don't look as good at doing if you do it the other way. That's a discipline, man.
Yeah, that is a discipline.
That's a discipline.
That is a discipline.
Yeah.
And that it is. It's also an exercise in humility, because instead of wanting to look good by being naturally able to do the coolest thing, to look awkward, trying something that looks super easy that you may be uncomfortable to you, which is why we were talking today about maybe the reason why I've never learned how to do a proper toe roll.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
Because like, you know,
Feels weird
I
doing
try
it.
it once, I try it another time,
Yeah.
and then like I get stuck and do a front flip off. I'm like, fuck this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Never
yeah.
do it again.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
180
Like I said,
something.
even worth it. It's just a toe
Yeah.
roll. Like, what's the matter?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
top sole this thing really fast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
they fuck this.
Right. Like do a cool little ninja
but it's that
180 or
it's
whatever.
that discipline
discipline
that
is
you're
huge
talking
there.
about.
Yep.
That like and the humility too. To
That's
That's why I like playing skate with people too, because you're forced to do tricks that you don't usually do.
Yeah.
You're looking for their weaknesses and stuff
Right,
like that. Then
right.
you're challenged to do
Right.
it.
yeah.
I know the only time I ever do switch fish brains when I play Franco and skate.
Right.
Because they'll do it
God.
every time.
Yeah.
And that's the only time literally I'll ever do a switch fish brain.
When it's
Yeah.
fun, right? Like you're a little bit afraid of it, and you're like, right now,
Terrified.
A little bit afraid of it.
I'm about to kill myself. I would never do this
Yeah.
ever.
Switch fish braining
Yeah.
Switch fish brain.
grabbed too.
Switch
It has to be
sweat
grabbed.
stands.
Oh god, that's the
And,
worst.
and not
Like,
rocket, not rocket. It has to be like the on
No,
top.
No, you gotta
like,
be committed.
Topside Macchio,
If you're
as
gonna miss
Jeff
this,
Frederick would
it's
say.
gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Top side knock,
Tom
yeah.
Macchio, as Frederick
Top
would say.
knock. Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, so like shit like that. I like you feel good in your like uncomfort zone sometimes
Which
when you succeed.
Which is pretty important, I think, with success, right? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
with any type of success, you can't
better
be
be uncomfortable.
You can't be
No,
comfortable.
that's it. Well,
That's when you fail. That's your
good
downfall.
tension, not bad tension.
you should
Yeah,
strive.
downfall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should strive to put yourself in situations in which you feel uncomfortable, so you could be comfortable everywhere.
Right. That's right.
So you're never at this point of true discomfort because you're like, oh, I'm good here.
yeah.
Yeah,
Need a challenge.
it's a good way of thinking.
Did you guys play skate a lot growing up, like in ATL?
Man, I skated when I was so young that we played different kind of stuff. Like there was charge before aggressive skates were really made. There were hockey
What's that?
skates.
Wait,
And,
wait, wait, what?
We running towards each other in a skating rink, and you had to get by.
Oh, you talking about
two
chicken?
people. That's what y'all call it then.
Oh, you call it charge.
All right,
Okay,
yeah.
like,
Like
what?
charge, like you'd be two people, you gotta get by us without us grabbing you. And,
Oh
you know,
wait, so two
tagging you or
people.
whatever.
Okay, so one person charges and two people try to block them.
It's skating
Okay,
rink
so it's not
stuff.
chicken. Okay, it's different.
Just
Charge.
different. So
Yeah.
imagine a big skating rink, and then like
Yeah.
you're doing like 360s off the curb, and you're starting to get good at skating, but it doesn't really exist yet. The game that we would play first would be like, can you get past me without me grabbing you up? So imagine
like trying to evade
30
somebody?
people coming
Like
towards
trying
you.
to evade
Yeah, and you
people?
only got
Oh.
me, and let's say Billy, and you got 30 people coming. We're gonna get all of them.
Right.
If you get to the other side, you're probably gonna be the one that's tagging people next.
That's crazy.
It was real crazy, and like the DJ would play like the best song back then, or whatever it was.
Oh, so it's
You know?
like
Was that like
okay,
T-Night?
so if you get tagged,
Yeah.
then you're activated.
If you get
And you
tagged,
gotta tag
nah,
the next
you're
person.
out.
You
If
out.
You get
Okay, you're out.
all the way past me. There's a good chance you might get to be me and try to start grabbing people to
Oh.
throw them out.
So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, you're on the other side.
So it makes you really agile and focused on
Wow.
Wow.
That was like
never heard of
was
that.
the
That's
beginning
interesting
of
stuff.
Stuff, right? And then it just turned into our version of skate would be like first off, who can make a rail go off the side of a curb on a brick with a rock holding it, and then it was just learning that, and of course we played skate and who could maybe piss off somebody at the skate park.
What
and
do you
then
mean,
get
how?
'em- Man, we were crazy. In
What the
Atlanta.
fuck is this? I
We'd
never
have
heard
like
of this.
skateboarders talking crazy to us, and we'd be like, "Who's going to be the person to go over there and check them?" Would be a game that we would play, and then we would make them friends. Ironically, the best skateboarders in the world love us. Like they
Yeah.
are so down to earth. The ones
Yeah.
that aren't that good, following a trend that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, those the haters.
We would who could get the fast, who could spot the one the fastest, and then we'd be like, "All right, let's get that guy. You're gonna be a rollerblader. You're not gonna be here anymore because you don't have a good attitude." Like,
Yeah.
we had crazy. Atlanta was awesome. So skate would be something we did when we were really bored.
When you were really bored.
Well, I mean, though, is like there was a lot of other fun stuff we did, but yeah. for
I was
sure.
about to. Now that you're touching on the fun stuff, and I know you got a ton of good stories. Is there anything in particular that you could think about that was a pretty impactful moment that you guys shared between like you, Walt, Kevin, like this crew? Because you're talking about crazy things. Like, give us one story of something that was crazy, like that you guys did.
Oh, there's a lot of them. But as a team and a family, probably for one, just hosting people coming into Atlanta. But a specific
Yeah,
story.
and I'm hoping
You
I'm
want
not.
a really good
I'm
one?
hoping I'm not putting you on the spot.
I gotta
right
be
now.
careful about some of these stories. But no, you're fine.
Okay.
A really good story. I gotta be careful with this one, man. My phone is lighting up actually as I do this.
Okay.
I think what kind of story do you want? You want a comedy? You want some
No,
drama?
because you're just talking about how you
Comedy
You
would
were
be
just
nice.
talking about how you did.
I got a good comedy one.
No,
Give me a comedy
well,
one.
you can give us that, but you were just talking about how
Yeah.
you guys did, crazy things, and
Ke-
you
oh,
kind of
Kevin,
and you kind of weren't
in that-
like explaining
I gotta go with
what
Kevin
it
on
is that you were doing. So like
So there
maybe
was
one
a
of
part-
those. I
We'll
don't
go
know.
there.
Or a comedy.
Yeah, and then
Whatever.
we'll go comedy. I'll
Okay, we'll
give
do
you
one
both.
of each.
Yeah, we'll do one of each.
Kevin Dowling did some funny stuff one time.
Okay.
At
Just
a
one
skate-
time?
Well, this was just like
Yeah, he's done
this
it
is an example
a
of,
few times.
of how we all act as a family.
Right.
So skateboarders would talk at a place we used to skate. At that time, it was in a mall called Discover Mills. It's like a Woodward Park inside of a mall.
Yeah, yeah.
If you ever skated,
I
in
skated.
Atlanta.
Wasn't there like a
Awesome.
contest
Woodward.
there? I remember being at a
Yeah.
contest there.
Yeah,
one
there you
time.
go.
I don't remember why.
So Kevin saw some skateboarders, like kind of
Gwinnett Mall, right? Was it
kind of talking smack near there,
Okay.
about like 2 exits up
Okay.
off 85, and was like, "Yo, man," and grabbed the skateboard from him. It was a brawl, and like there was way more of them than there were us. Watching like Walt dealing with like making sure we weren't too stupid most of the time, and then like Kevin like starting a fight immediately, also making them our best friends. Like it was really funny. We were inside of that skate park and this kid was throwing his skateboard, talking crazy to us. This was like, we were 18, 19 years old at this time. But that was what I was referring to as far as like, who's going to find the guy who's talking smack that's a hater.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's an example. That happened many times. There was times when we called Walt Napoleon because he was like always the one that would come up to you and put you in your place.
Really?
Yeah, he would just immediately walk up to a dude twice his size and like talk to him in a smart kind of way, but also like I don't care what you think kind of way, and then like that dude would be like shuddered, especially when he did like a 540 over his
Damn.
head later. But yeah. So like there was a lot of passion, and if you weren't a good person or a good human being, we're gonna expose you, bro.
Yeah.
Quickly. So that's what I'm.
You
referring
weren't
to there.
scared of confrontation.
Not at all. 'Cause
Yeah. Especially when people
we
were
had
being
each other's back.
disrespectful to.
That was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
If you were being not only just to us, but to other people that were innocent, that didn't have any idea,
Yeah.
that were confused.
You're kind of just filtering out the bad humans altogether.
Yeah,
kinda.
you're like, you see that dude over there, bomb waiting to explode, as we used to call him. You're like, there's one. All right, got him.
Yeah.
But on a comedy tip though,
Okay.
because this is a good one.
Yeah. I want to hear this one.
Andy Cruz, man, shit himself so hard one time.
Man. This is the third
Oh, this has already been
Andy
said?
Cruz story on this show.
Has this one been said, though?
But no,
I got another one.
This one hasn't been said.
I'm
This
sure.
one hasn't been
I'm
said.
sure it hasn't been.
The
said,
other two
'cause
has
that's
been.
all-
The other two have been him peeing on people.
All this guy does is
Oh, yeah,
shit
that's-
and pee on
okay,
people.
so
No, but
show
this
his-
is
show his nuts to people.
what's great about this story?
Gotta
though,
have him on the cast one day
what's
on the podcast.
we got
He needs to defend himself at
$80,000
least.
plane ticket. He's like around the world in the mountains
Yeah.
and stuff. But no, like this is not him purposely doing something that you normally see him purposely doing, which is the ironic part. So he's jumping off of a big bridge,
Okay.
and it's going into a bank. If you've seen physics
That
videos,
was in the physics video. Okay.
Yeah, so if you've seen this video, if you haven't, go watch it. There's a section where he jumps off of a bridge. What would you say? 20
It's
feet?
pretty big. It's fucking big.
Down?
Off a
Like-
highway, right? It's like
Yeah.
off a highway into a bank.
It's like an overpass.
Yeah, yeah.
Below it has that giant bank,
Yeah.
and he just jumps off of it, like seriously 20 feet
Yeah, it's
in
big.
the air. We were testing physics frames at the time.
Is that what it was?
Totally just like trying to destroy frames.
Oh yeah, it's that one ad, right?
You-
It's like a 2-page.
Yeah, there's actually
it was
an
like a-
ad.
it was a
That's
spread,
right.
I think.
2-page
That's
spread
exactly
off a
right.
highway into the
Yeah.
bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So across the street, first off, he landed it. So he tried it a couple times, but the time that he landed it though, he immediately lands it and continues to roll across the street to what's called a Quick Trip. It's a gas station,
Yeah.
and at that time in front of Home Depot. And goes in the bathroom and comes back out with a rag in his hand. We're like, what's that? What is that? And it was his boxers covered because he crapped his pants because he landed so hard.
Was this one shot like he landed and then
Dude.
went straight into the?
Watch the footage. I mean, literally,
I haven't seen it in
diarrhea
years.
his pants.
I haven't seen it in
I mean,
years.
it was so bad. It was
Okay.
so bad.
So he
Walked
landed-
right into the dang Quick Trip with it.
He landed. He crapped his pants. He went straight into the Quick Trip. No stop. No props. Went to the bathroom.
Yeah, like it was
Oh
a
no,
line.
he did his little thing. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? But like,
Okay. Took off his
man on a
boxers.
mission.
Like it was a line.
Took
Like,
off his
drop in
boxers.
and straight to the QT.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it in
It
like
kind
the,
of was documented, but it could have been documented better. Cause
put it in the paper towel. His boxers. He didn't throw them out.
No.
He was like, I want to keep these.
I don't know what
He was like, I shit myself,
But
but
he had him out there though.
I'm gonna keep these. So,
Yeah.
he put it in the paper towel.
Proud of it too.
And he
Proud of it.
Proud of
Well, he
it?
showed it
Was
off
he
to the
proud?
camera, I think.
Yeah,
in the
he
video.
he was like, "This is how much I skate. This is what I do."
Damn.
It's just like incredible.
It legit. I've heard stories about where people get the shit scared out of them, but
Literally.
literally.
literally,
Well,
wow.
there's a lot of them out there though, man. But yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a
Yeah.
good one.
Just quick touch because you brought up Andy Cruz real quick. So I think a good segue would be like the, coming up under like the Atlanta first generations, which is like Tom Heiser, Frankie Lasavio, Andy Cruz.
That's just general first generations too, like not even just Atlanta. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's got
no,
the
but I mean
soul
like
G, yeah.
specifically being
Yeah.
from Atlanta, right? Like, so yeah, did you draw any influence from those guys, or like what was it like coming up under them and being like
man.
the second generation to?
Huge.
Yeah.
Watching them invent tricks in front of you, like
Invent tricks in front of you.
inventing Mizus and
Yeah.
Look up Andy Cruz and what tricks he's invented.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Louis Zamora was probably one of my biggest like style whatever.
Me too.
Dustin Latimer, of course, the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like inventing tricks, doing like the rolling on ledges part was what blew my mind with Andy.
He was insane with that
Couldn't-
shit.
Dude, and then with Frankie, people don't know about Frankie that well. Frankie Lascavio created tricks and also created products that were like incredibly just artistic and creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like watching them mesh, and then Tom, and then watching Aaron, and then man, it was such an inspiration.
Yeah.
Dude, big time. It made you realize what you can do in life if you do it because you love it. And then those people were probably some of the biggest inspirations in my life for sure.
And then there
Definitely.
was Skate Pile that was just like a complete like
Dream World.
created a
Skate
family,
Pile was
like,
so
Coolest
sick
thing
back in the
ever.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, beat up-
Online didn't even exist, right? Like they kind of got in there at the same
Maybe
time.
barely.
Like right when it came out.
yeah, like
I remember
in
getting the
very
Skate Pile
beginning.
catalogs calling up for whatever it was.
Skatepile.com. That's probably
skatepile.com
They're
was
probably one of
the-
like the first few thousand websites.
Yeah, maybe.
Think about like when you
That-
try to order something.
Maybe.
I don't know how deep it
Like
goes.
for
that's a big
sports,
that's a big
it was,
claim.
It was
isn't
definitely in the top,
Yeah.
like 200-300 probably in sports for
Yeah.
like aggressive
For
sports.
blading, they were
like
probably
blading
first three.
instantly
Yeah.
first. Yeah, top 3 probably.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool too. That was back to the business thing. It's like,
Right.
do you want to skate for one company or do you want to skate for a company that orders from every place?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know. We'll also pay some per diem, get you out there.
Yeah.
Okay. It was like the best.
That was
ever.
a perfect place and time and
awesome.
place for Skate Pile. There was such a powerful scene from ATL. So many
Yeah.
killer skaters back then. So like the
Star
team was
Balls
crazy.
Came in there too.
Yeah, right.
What?
Oh yeah, that's right. John
Balls
Starr
was
moved
pushing
from.
skate pile with them, man.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy that John Starr
forgot
moved
about
out
him.
there.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Where's he from originally?
I mean, Rob.
He's not
Rob
from
G
ATL.
He's from
too,
the Bay.
but- Yeah, he's from the Bay. He
Okay.
came over. Like, just imagine watching VG and you're hanging out with him.
Yeah.
And like it's next week. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what in the world? This is that dude that did all that crazy soyels and
Yeah.
like spins looked a little different. He had a stilo that he did with his hand, and you're like, that's him.
Yeah. That's him.
He's skating with us right now. And years later, you get Rob G. That was huge too. He was,
Yeah,
he was
Rob
a big
G.
part of it as well. Tim Schmidt, what up?
Yeah, Tim Schmidt.
Yeah, he worked there with us.
Wow.
Schmitty.
Yeah, Schmitty.
I forgot all those guys went down to
I know.
Atlanta
So
for a
many people
while.
went down to Atlanta.
Even like
that was like
Garrett
the hub.
Slobey, remember him?
Oh, of course.
He'd come down,
Garrett,
kick
man.
it, and just hang out. Like that's the kind of thing that was so awesome about us. Tim Taylor was a household name. Will Gordon was a household
Yeah.
name, and you didn't have to even see the videos or know why.
Yeah.
You just knew right when you saw him.
Will Gordon never lived in ATL, though, right?
No,
Wasn't
he was in
from
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
But these guys would come down.
Yeah.
Joe Dobson, what y'all know about him?
Yeah, yeah.
Joe Dobson.
The whole
Chris
crew.
Zink, they came down.
Chris Zink,
All
yeah.
these
Chris
guys.
Zink, yes.
He's
See,
a
the thing
DC
about
guy,
Atlanta
right?
is you
I
didn't
think
visit,
Chris
You stayed
is in
there for
Florida,
a few
maybe.
months.
Oh, Florida.
Is he?
I think so.
I feel
Last
like
time I saw him.
I feel like New York people are New York people, Philly people are Philly people,
Mm-hmm.
like Boston people are Boston. But like ATL had everywhere from like Baltimore down. It was
Yeah.
all like
Carolina.
ATL.
Loud end, dude.
Yeah.
You're allowed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Carolinas and like Florida.
Maybe
they were
because you had
close.
nicer weather than
Alabama.
us, but that was
Yeah.
like how it seemed like.
Yeah.
It would the family expanded more than just ATL.
And that's the cool thing, like with Florida, like where I'm at now. That's another part of what my mission is too. Is like I want to kind of bring that culture to a place that has amazing skaters from like Jacksonville, Orlando down. Like you start getting down the Panhandle. I'm in Fort Myers, Miami. There's a lot of legend stories in Miami.
Yeah.
Skaters that have traveled the world just to skate there. People
Right.
who grew up there. I want that to get better too with a harmony as well. So like growing up skating, Orlando was a big squad of people. Florida in general, and we would like battle. Like I think we did a VG thing. Was Florida in that? I think Florida was a little. bit in
Yeah,
that,
there
right?
was a Battle My Crew.
Battle My Crew.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
trying to like.
You guys had a really sick one, the Atlanta one.
We were
and
really
PG
want
12.
Yeah,
that
we
was
wanted
sick.
like the southeast though. We didn't want it just to be Atlanta.
Right.
We wanted it to
Yeah.
be everybody down here. We felt like it wasn't just
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Tim was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And that's why
the
Kevin
VG12.
Dowling's old
Was it?
Kevin Dowling's old AIM name was the Hub ATL
Yeah.
Ooh.
because the
AIM
ATL was
names.
the hub.
AIM names.
Where a lot of people, the AIM. Shout out Kevin Dowling. Shout out. Oh, that's But yeah, so ATL was certainly the hub for like the Carolinas,
For
like
sure.
people from Alabama. Like you guys had a really close relationship with like Charles
Yeah.
Dunkel and these people. So it was it's sick, and it's sick that you're out back skating again. And
Hell yeah, man.
I know I was hyped when I guess Grayson first hit us up about sponsoring the episodes a few like back.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, it's like me and Kurt Newman." I'm like, "Kurt Newman," and the same
I
thing.
know, it was
Same
so
thing.
random. I bet it was like, what?
Same thing when we were with the Kelsos too,
Yeah.
and Colin was like, "Oh, Kurt Newman, really?"
Yeah.
Like he said
Yeah.
it in a phone. I don't know if you remember. He said it in a phone. He was like, "Kurt Newman, really?"
I know.
Yeah.
Kevin hit me up. He's like, dude, did you hear what he said? I was like, yeah, man. That was like, I would have felt the same way.
And he
What?
gave mad love to
Yeah.
the ATL crew too
Yeah,
in that
man.
episode too.
He was awesome at skating, but like when he came to Atlanta, he was part of the crew.
Yeah.
Immediately fan.
Yeah.
yeah,
Remember,
Yeah,
like-
it was awesome.
he had a strong presence down there in the South because I think he was dating a girl from Tennessee,
Oh, was he?
and which is why he 540'd that big set.
Oh, really? That's in Tennessee?
there.
Motivation.
Yeah, I think so. It's
I thought it was in
Nashville.
DC. Really?
Hmm.
No, I think it's down south.
Okay.
The torque he did in front of Skate Pile.
Yeah, and he also had a close relationship with Tom and that
Yeah.
whole.
I remember
Day
him
was,
skating
like,
like summer
crazy.
hour all the time and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like all those clips back in the day.
I think that was Tennessee. I know it was down south.
You're in New York. Everything's south.
Everything south of here.
Let's get into some questions.
Yeah, let's get into some of those.
Well, this one real quick. Lions Den Media was looking for TUFR Wheels. Is there anywhere, are they in skate shops at all or just on your site?
So anywhere you need to get them, they'll be there. All you need to do is call that place up if you want to support like a local company, and we'll send them there.
Okay, cool.
But the website sends them to you. But literally, think of anybody with a shop.
But
Call them up.
What's the
I'll get 'em
website?
there. TUFRWheels.com.
Tougher, TUFR Wheels.com.
Yep.
So you can get it from there too.
Yeah, but just call
You
up a
order
shop if
direct.
you want them. But yeah, you can,
But yeah, go to your
you can
local
order
shop.
with any other order,
Whatever you
pretty
want.
much.
Yeah.
Talk to your local skate
Cool.
shop owner. Ask him to order them for you.
We're here to
He's
support.
able to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And
For
you
sure.
want to do it that way.
Mhm.
But if your local skate shop doesn't have one, or if you don't have one near you,
let them know and then
you
order
can
Yeah,
from
let
go-
them
us.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
say you saw us on the show, I'll cover your shipping.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
And then I'll call that shop up and say, did you get a phone call or email that somebody wanted something from you? Because that's really all they want to know is that somebody wants something before you have it.
So you want
Yeah.
to build a
Right.
relationship with the shops and
Yeah.
pump those scenes
That's
up.
like-
and give you the responsibility to do
Yeah.
it.
That's like the that's like what Era was saying the other day. It's like I want to just
Right.
make my shit and send them out to skate shops so people could support these skate shops still.
That was a
That's
badass podcast too,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
What did he say about the skateboarders? How they will actually rock your brand, my brand, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm talking
That's crazy.
about.
That
We need-
cross promotion.
Man, we need so many more people like that. That is such intelligent common sense that
Yeah.
if you don't understand or watch his episode if you don't, because it's clear like we don't do that enough of that, and
Yeah.
we came out premature.
Skateboarding's good at
and
that.
They
Yeah.
made their mistakes already, and they're clearly
Yeah.
learned from them. We're at that stage now.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So you skated with a lot of crazy people, and you just had a crazy Andy Cruz story. Memory camp. What's the craziest trick you witnessed in person back in the day? I can't imagine
hard.
skating with like between Walt and
man.
Dre and all these guys. Like, what would be the craziest trick?
Oh man, there's so many of them. Craziest trick I've ever seen in person. I've seen Dustin Latimer skate when he was really doing well, so that one's hard to like just not think of those. But like where I really think of the craziest one, Walt Austin's 540 at that fucking stair. Have you ever seen that?
Which one?
What video was it when he did that? It was.
He's done a few 540s.
There's a big
I don't
one
know.
though. No, there was
Which
a
one?
huge one.
Describe it, because I feel
It's
like
like
I know
19
all
to
of
20 stairs with like big in front of them. There's like a gap you have to clear, and then you've got to land. And it was in the beginning.
Oh,
of
the big blocks.
Let me tell you that
Oh,
was
Wait, that one? We got to the street?
The big
Where
blocks.
Dre hit his face
Yeah,
doing the
yeah.
180?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that one. Okay.
Many people.
That was a
tried
fire
one-
session, too, it
Many
looked
people tried that thing, dude, and have hurt themselves badly. He
No,
did
that-
Like just to gap into the street?
second
you mean?
try. I think he did like a 180 first.
Dre
and
hit his
540.
face.
I've been there.
Dre hit his face 180ing it.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the same video. And Walt 540, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cut his lip.
Yeah.
'Cause he
There's
hit
some
his
crazy
face,
stuff
yeah.
too, though, from others. Are like,
But I remember I've been to
You
that.
know-
I've been to that spot, and like not only did he 540 the blocks, but he went out to the street.
street,
and it is
yeah.
massive.
Yeah.
it's
Massive.
doesn't make sense.
I think
It
at
does.
all.
I think-
It's crazy.
I think
Yeah.
anything I would have seen Walt do in person would have been the craziest trick. Like, I would
Yeah,
have seen.
he had
like,
so many.
Anything in his physics section.
Oh yeah.
and that was just like a
fortunate that I
high.
got to film a lot of that too. I was
Oh,
just,
really?
like, watching
So there you
him
go.
plot out his seeds. Like, oh my god, wait until somebody sees this happen. This is crazy.
Yo,
But,
that's one of my favorite sections to this day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially the way he was filmed in the beginning. Like, a lot of his tricks, it was just like the top angle, you know, it fades out, and you don't see him like it's like soul grinding, he
And
disappears.
that was, by the way, all him. He was very particular about
Oh, was
what
he?
were filmed. Like he was not just like,
cool.
yo, help me film this.
Yeah.
Although
he would
like,
make sure it's done right.
he would place a camera down and know where he put it.
Mm-hmm.
But like as far as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he can film pretty good just like that too. But I'd say that was one of them for sure. That was unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
In person at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one.
Yeah, everyone went crazy in the clip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wilding out.
Feel that.
Mike McFly, just want to say that I'm glad you're back on skates because you were one of the most underrated skaters in ATL. Any funny Gumby stories?
That's respect, by the way. Appreciate
That
it,
is,
man.
yeah.
Thank you. Gumby? Come on. If you know Gumby, then there's every story. No. I'll tell you what's funny about Gumby in general, but also specifically. We had this rail called the 31.
Yeah.
It's a very
Big-ass rail.
Yeah.
place. Yeah. What did he do? Fast slide, I believe.
Did he fast slide?
I think he back fast lit it or something.
And let me tell you something. This is unheard of stuff at the time frame because he wasn't a kid that skated for.
Fast slid 31?
Look it up. I believe so.
I don't even think I could top. Like, I top sold that and it was gnarly.
Yeah.
I know it was something ridiculous. So if it wasn't a fast slide, please forgive me, Gumby. But you did something on that round. I want to say it was a fucking fast slide.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I don't doubt it. I wish I could picture it right
here's-
now because that's so crazy.
Here's the thing: if you do picture it, he didn't just put skates on his skate for years and then start trying stuff. That kid put skates on and just started doing stuff. Like he didn't wait and be like, I gotta be really good at this or that. He literally would go to a spot and that kid would jump off anything and not even know how to skate up to it. And when he landed it, you'd go, I respect that kid more than anybody here.
Yeah, because he
like,
just did that.
Yeah, like he wouldn't even think twice about
Yeah.
it. And you're like sitting there trying to perfect it and Louis and Morris stees it or whatever. Like we all have our style points that we love out there. And like he was like, skip all that. And then when he was like landing it though, you were like, okay, it's like messing with Rocky. You're like, dude, don't get in the ring with him.
Super tough guy.
Man, that dude will do anything and everything. And if you say he can't do it, he'll do it twice.
That's
He does some crazy. He does a lot of the craziest shit.
I've never seen anything like that. I will say that. Gumby has a I don't care what you think, or I don't give a what you're gonna try to. He'll just do it.
Yeah.
One of the toughest dudes in the industry.
He is tough.
Yeah.
He also carved Valo in his arm. Right.
Carved.
Oh yeah, he's been lit on fire. He's done all kind of stuff.
Yeah, he done all kind of tough stuff, man. Yeah.
We filmed.
Shout out Gumby.
I wasn't there for this, but there was something filmed where he was on fire. I believe he lit a jacket on fire.
Was that when he was?
I can see that.
A stuntman or something like that.
I didn't see that, but I can see that.
Yeah, like that's not far off.
That was like when I stopped skating. I think, and I saw. I was like, "What? This guy's lighting himself on fire now?"
Yeah. That's just wild.
No.
Kendama Joe, do you miss the summer hour ledges? And what is the craziest things you saw there?
Oh, summer hour.
God, dude.
That was the spot back then, right?
First off, for those that don't know, the principal's son skated, and that's why we were allowed to skate there. Like,
oh, no way.
No.
So if those people out there wonder, like, how did this place become how great? It's amazing, right?
Oh, it's a good spot anyway.
The principal allowed us to skate because his son skated.
It's also called Norcross, right?
Norcross.
Oh, Norcross,
Yeah. But Summer Hour is the name of the school.
Yeah.
But yeah, Norcross. Oh my God, I miss that place so much. Watching Dre Powell do sweat stances for 35 feet.
Oh
ledges,
my
like,
God.
Super like
up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You couldn't tell if it was a front side far from doing
Yeah,
sweat
yeah,
stance.
exactly,
It was
yeah.
that perfect.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Doing as a crew backslides before people were really doing those like a set slide, and then like twisting it into like an.
Oh yeah, I
elevator
forgot
frame.
about how the set slides were on those
The
things
Racer
too.
Twins.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All those hurricanes. And stuff.
Yeah, like all that stuff you saw, we were doing stuff that wasn't filmed, and then we were like, let's go film that because no one's ever done it.
Yeah.
Because like the
There was a
first
lot of
set
that there.
slide spinning around was like ATL, like
Yeah. Big time.
yeah.
Like when you see
Walt and Jay were the first
same
bringing
thing
it
with
out.
Dre
Walt,
too. That was
yeah.
him coming down and skating with certain people, and like next thing you know, everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
Another really big one was a guy we don't really know much of. His name was Eric something, man. If you just look at old school videos in Atlanta, but he did a sweat stance 540 off of a scary rail at Summer Hour that no one ever skated.
Oh,
Eric something, man.
No, but I think Dre did that same one. The gap
did.
to sweaty that rail 5 off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really, really scary. Garrett
Can't picture
Slovey
the
did
rail.
some stuff there too on that rail, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will Gordon
Yeah.
killed that rail. He killed that rail.
Will
too,
Ferrell's
though.
funny. Will Gordon's a good skater.
Will Gordon's a great skater though. Yeah. For sure though. Yeah, there was
A lot of good
Some good
memories there, I'm
stuff.
sure. That's like
Drake
it seemed
killed
like the
that place
hub,
so well, though.
like the hub kind of spot. That was like the session spot
Yeah.
back then because
Yep.
the sessions were deep. It looked like from the video footage,
Oh yeah, if you've ever been to Atlanta,
like because there was lines and in
between
between the
Yeah.
in between the lines, there was just like groups of like 10, 15 people in
Yeah,
between each
so
ledge. You know?
many people.
Yeah. The VG thing was filmed there, I believe, on the battle, and we were calling back and forth from Atlanta to the West Coast. Like,
Oh yeah. That's right. I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, like all the stuff that we've done. What was Ho Ho Jam or the Ho thing?
Ho
you
Ho
know?
Ho, yeah.
Ho Ho.
Yeah.
See, that just shows you guys how out of the industry, but I still see the things that have happened in the past
Yeah.
and remember
Yeah.
them. But Kevin Dowling helped a bunch of people get connected. We had 300 people, 400 people sometimes there.
Damn.
Big time. Like
That's a lot.
tons
Sick.
of people from you probably there a couple times.
I've never been to a Ho 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 or anything
So,
like that, but
yeah.
I've spent, I lived in Atlanta for 6 months. So
Yeah. Crazy spot.
stayed with Kevin Dowling. Shout out Kevin
Driving
Dowling.
in a car. that everybody
Driving in
knows
a car.
about.
Yeah.
Cyber Defense asks, any thoughts on incorporating other sports or training to enhance rollerblading skills like gymnastics, gym, etc.?
Go to Woodward more. No, I'm just kidding.
Why don't we see people training like athletes?
That goes back to the education, I think, right off the bat. Why aren't we asking ourselves questions and doing something about it? Like, do you stretch 15 minutes a day,
Yeah.
even when you don't skate?
That's a lot of things that no one
like,
no
even
one
when you
did.
don't skate, though.
Yeah.
Do you wake up in the morning and stretch?
I stretch every day too.
I'm
actually.
bad at stretching. I swim in a pool a lot.
That's
It's
good.
Easier for me to, like,
Yeah.
enjoy the stretching.
That's good, yeah.
You know?
Is that part of
Oh,
the stretching?
As long as you do
Between the pool?
something,
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like bad if I don't stretch in the day. Like even if I don't skate before and nothing like that, you just like it's part of getting up. Like it wakes your body up, keeps
Yeah.
you moving.
So,
Yeah.
like, that.
Some people would argue that coffee is that.
Well, to the guy, what was the guy's name that asked the question?
Cyber Defense.
So he was
I don't know
saying
what his real
basically,
name is.
Doing
Or
something,
her real name
doing
is.
something that can progress regardless of rollerblading to help. What was it again? Because it sounds like there's more to that. What
That
say
was
his
it.
question again?
Any thoughts on incorporating other sports or training to enhance rollerblading
Absolutely.
skills?
Think of materials and products that you're not smart enough to put more in depth ownership of something, and then let's put it in everything. Like,
What do you mean,
if
like
it
what?
could be a sport. It could be I'm a yoga instructor. I'm gonna go and call all my rollerblader friends up and say, show up, let's go do a yoga thing. Or I'm gonna be this guy that has this really cool idea that works in another industry or another sport or anything, right? And you're like, that's a pretty clever idea. Let's incorporate stuff.
Yeah,
Sharing knowledge is power, but it means nothing if you don't
you don't
like,
use it.
apply that, right? So, yeah, if you're good at something that can help a blader out, dude, do it. Whether
Yeah.
it's recruiting for a job or who knows.
For sure.
Yeah.
Damn. I remember our boy Danny Salazar. He used to skate with us back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
He's big into like fitness and he owns a gym and stuff in Brooklyn. And he wrote like a foam roller guide for bladers. Even though he was done with blading, like a foam roller guide of how to use it, how to utilize the muscles or like the foam roller to the best of your ability
Yeah.
to keep your body in shape to skate as much as you can.
Yeah.
And like how many bladers that just
Shout
heard
out
that
Crank Gym.
Yeah,
would
Crank,
not
yeah.
want to go if you could drive there. Why wouldn't you want to go there, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you could go to any gym,
Yeah.
this guy blades. He's gonna tell you stuff that you can relate
Yeah.
to.
Exactly, yeah. So it's
Crank Gym in Brooklyn.
So
we should
many
get
things
Danny
like
on
that.
one day. Maybe
That'd be
like have
cool.
him talk
Oh, I'd
about
love
like
to.
how to get
Have him
like be in
teach us some
shape.
stuff.
Yeah, we should do something like
That'd
that.
be good. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love that.
I'm sure he'd be down with that too.
What do you think? We got one or two more
Yeah,
questions
we got a
left?
couple. Let me do a quick scan real quick because there's a lot of stuff going on here. Oh, so Mike McFly said in his session it's gonna be fast lived to 31.
He did.
See, and what year was it too? That was
Shashins?
that's what's gonna blow your mind when you look at that.
Yeah, he did do that.
It was on a. Thank you, Siri.
Siri knows.
That's kind of scary.
Siri knows
What'd
what
it
Gumbies.
That's a text message there, but
It said June
It just
13th,
said a date.
2000.
if that's the date,
I think
everybody,
that's today's date.
everybody
June
out there,
13th,
that's the date.
2019.
Turn your phones off.
No, that was
Just kidding, no.
today's date. So that's okay.
That's funny.
That's good
Yeah.
because that would be
Scary.
very, very frightening. I wouldn't be happy with that.
They're listening.
They're listening to us.
We'll do one more question after this one. Daniel Crawford wants to know: do you have any plans to distribute your wheels in Europe? I was looking at ordering some, and the shipping doubled the price to about $100.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one there. So here's what I can say: if you hit us up, please hit us up again tonight if you could. Just straight up shoot a message. If that guy said he's trying to order some, I'll pay for his shipping on one set. Can you order two, please?
Okay, so there you go, Daniel
And
Crawford.
I'll cover you, man. Now that's just an example.
Hit them
of
up.
me
There you go.
Hit them
showing
up.
love.
Look at that customer service.
We're also figuring out too some cool stuff that's gonna eliminate that headache. We're just not quite there yet because it's exploring and learning.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's definitely ways to cut
You
off.
need to get like a distributor, I guess,
Yeah,
out there.
Can I throw a ball here? You hold that. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Consignment.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that person there in general, what was his name again?
Daniel Crawford.
Daniel Crawford. Remember that name.
Put it in your Rolodex.
Order two. I'll pay for shipping. So that's 8 wheels.
Two sets.
Two
Yeah.
sets. There you go.
Cool. That's customer service if I've ever known.
Now, everybody don't
That
hit
is
up
customer
saying you're
service.
that. Don't say you're
Oh,
Mr. Crawford
yeah.
and say I'm gonna get
17
this.
Daniel Crawford.
But just know that's how we operate, man. If you
Yeah.
want something and it's just hit us up. Tell us what's going on. We'll figure it out.
That's real right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be responsive to the customers and everything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful.
We'll close it with this one. Lions Den Media again. Coming up from Florida from the Super Hicks and Ho Ho Ho's. And just getting to mess with all the ATL fans was always amazing. Were the comps something you enjoyed? Which ones in particular? Any good stories about those events?
IMYTAs, if it was comps, those were the best. But
What was the IMYTA Atlanta?
did we have one there? That
Was there?
Yeah.
Yes,
Which
we
one was it?
did.
The two white rails.
Yeah, and-
Oh,
no, that was a different one. That
the
was
five
in the same
kind-
spot.
was-
But
Yeah,
Well,
Five Kind
that
ride.
was one.
That
Yeah,
was like
the one
the-
that's in the intro of
yeah,
the show.
the-
Yeah.
that was
the
the
first
scariest.
trick.
If you've ever been to an Atlanta competition, that was probably the scariest one.
No question about
That
it.
place was
I
so
was-
gnarly.
that was.
Okay.
I didn't even skate in that one. I chilled. Mike Turner did a 540 off the backside rail, and then I was like, dude, I'm chilling.
No, I'll tell a quick story. Okay, like that IMYT, like a lot of the IMYTs were super guerrilla. So that one, like I went to and I registered to compete. And the first spot was like some ledges. The second spot was going to be like the down ledge there on the left side.
Yep.
And then that was supposed to be the final spot.
Mhm.
So we went to the first spot. We got kicked out. And then the second spot down ledge, we got kicked out of there. And they just ended up, the whole thing had to be done at the finals, right?
That's a
whole
brilliant
thing.
spot.
The whole
I
thing.
literally never skated that rail, and then people who had been skating there, were other people who were just savages,
By the way,
ripping. I just walked up to John Julio and I was like, "Hey,
Take my name off the
I don't
list."
want to compete anymore." And he was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that." And that's when I did the
crazy.
5 kind
Yeah.
run. Pat Lennon also, I'll never forget. Okay, Pat tried to jump the stairs.
Man.
And then he washed. And then
first set?
the first set and to the second set, there's not much room between
Yeah.
it. And then he went up again the second time, and he fakey fived the first set. Like he literally meant to try to fakey five it, land, and then five it. And dude, it's a massive set with no landing in the middle.
So what did he actually do? Fakey
With
he
five?
just
columns.
fakey five and fell.
With columns below
God.
it too, right?
But he just straight up I just remember from the bottom just looking and just he's flying fakey five.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what? And then half these 5 I'm just like, no.
That was the contest, the first contest where I was like, before that I was like, oh, I'd like to go pro one day or something like
Right.
that. And that was the first contest.
You didn't
I
wanna
heard,
skate it. You'd
I
be
heard
like, no
people
way.
were like, yo, Happy did, because I didn't see any footage or
Yeah.
anything. People were like, Happy did 540 to kind grind. And I was like,
no.
what? And on a down rail. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
wasn't just
that's
any
not
down rail
possible.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not possible. And then
No,
after
it's
that, I'm
crazy.
like, I will never, ever be that good, or anything close to that
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
That was the first time in my life I ever felt like that with skating.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that,
The,
so that's,
the first hit, yeah.
yeah, that reality hits you. People are really that good out there now.
Yeah.
And the guys that were skating there never skated there before.
No, yeah,
Sure.
a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
them, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably one of the sickest ones I've seen in person ever. You
That was
skated-
probably one of the best ones,
Yeah.
just in
Bit.
general.
That was a
ever.
good one.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, that's what's up. Is there anything else you wanted to say before we sign off tonight?
Man, I was in Key West for 5 days with my family on a 3-year awaited vacation. I've waited 3 years to go on vacation, so not really. I'm tired. No, I'm just kidding. I want to say thank you first and foremost, and I really want to say to everybody supporting not just any company, my company, your company, anyone's company, but anyone out there that loves something bigger than themselves, skating, anything, golf. Will Gordon, golf. No.
Yeah, Will Gordon, he's a big
Yeah.
golf guy. Yeah.
You know, to all the homies out there, love, respect, ATLians to, NYC, overseas, be confident of what you do, enjoy what you do, ask questions, and I just want to say thank you so much for, tuning in or, hanging out with you guys. It was a good time, so
Sweet.
I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I want to say thank you for coming on the
Yeah,
show,
I'm happy
man.
you came out.
Yeah.
This is
It's good
sick.
to see you after so
For
much
sure.
time and have you on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years, I think, almost 19.
No, it's been a
long-ass
long
time.
time since we've seen
Kicking it,
one of
yeah.
those.
long ass time.
Yeah, long time.
That's a long ass
Man.
time.
I'm
Yeah.
a fan, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
thanks
Yep.
for coming out. We appreciate
Thanks for
you coming
coming out.
here and joining us. It was a great episode.
As always, we start the show with a prayer. We end the show with our prayer. Our prayer, which is our mantra, which we repeat on the daily basis, is please follow us on Instagram. Follow us and
Follow
give
me
us a
on- I don't
like
know what I'm
on
doing on there.
Facebook.
Teach me how to follow these guys. Follow him so I can learn. how
Also,
that
go to
process works.
YouTube and
Also
give us a
follow
subscribe.
Kurt_Newman OG.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, guys, so appreciate the love there.
Kurt Newman _
But-
OG and
Follow you guys, man. 'cause
at TUFR Wheels
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Yeah,
TUFR
check him out. Doing good things out there.
Wheels.
Doing good
If you
things
don't
for
know
us.
how to spell wheels, Ask your mom.
Type in Jump Street.
Ask your mother. Right.
Yeah.
So that's the show. Oh, by the way, go to iTunes, give us a 5-star rating
Yeah.
and a review.
Yeah.
And the interactions on the YouTube really matter.
Yeah.
So
does.
please,
The
if you
comments and
can
everything.
share our videos, if you can comment on our videos, like even that does a lot for us in our interaction. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, drop it down below.
Yeah. And thanks again, Kurt.
Absolutely.
It's been awesome. It's been great going down this road, and wish you nothing but the best with everything with TUFR.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you, Kurt. Thank
Thanks
you, everybody,
again.
for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
All right,
Peace.
guys.